What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Iccy Show interview. 435 interviews I've done in 3.5 years. I'm about to get 3 special guests. Give them a second to get on here and we will start this Iccy Show. If you want to be a guest on the Iccy Show, inbox your girl, Jackie Brown with 2 C's, I-E Brown. I am booked until May 2022, but I do have a couple cancellations in March. So inbox me and I'll let you know what those dates are. As soon as these artists get on here, we are going to start this Iccy Show. This is an exclusive interview. So make sure you tell a friend, share it, let them know. Make sure you check out the the cooking show I did earlier. I was showing you how to make chicken pot pie. So let me know what you think. It's in my cookbook. So give them a second to get on here. We're getting 3 artists on this exclusive interview right now. Oh, my tea's hot. So what's going on? I hope everyone's having a blessed Saturday. Again, my condolences to the Don Hazel's family. A legend from Boston 617. And we are just waiting for these 3 to get on here. And we are going to start this Iccy Show. Put the area codes where you guys are tuning in from. It would be greatly appreciated. Let's see. All right, just give them a second to get on here, and we're going to start this Iccy Show. Make sure you go. They're on, they have some shows coming up. I shared it today. Get your tickets for those shows. Some in New Hampshire. They're all around, so get on those tickets. We're going to talk about it in a second, where you can find the tickets, where you can purchase the tickets. Check out the 2 interviews I did yesterday. Every day I got an interview. Non-stop. Work is work. For real, for real. Did you get the tag in, Melodic? Just give them a second to get on here. Trying to get all 3. About to get Melodic on here. About to get Cadillac Spin on here. We're about to get. I sent you the invite again. I tagged you guys all in there. Hey, how you doing? Welcome to the Iccy Show, Melodic.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You're sideways on my camera.
Oh.
Nope, you're upside down. There you go. How you doing? How you doing? I tagged in the other 2. I'm just waiting for them to accept it.
Doing good. Okay. Okay.
Okay, so I tagged in Cadillac Spins and the other artists. I'm just waiting for them to accept it. So we got Melodic from Brockton, Massachusetts in the building right now, live on the Iccy Show. It's been over a year since I had him on here last time, and I hope things are doing well. I see you. You got you got a show coming up. We're about to talk about that, where they can purchase the tickets, where to go.
Yeah. It's been about a year, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Since the last time we got on the show. Everything's well. Everything's great. The show, the mini tour, New England mini tour, is going to be with Eyez. I'm bringing them with me. And Lethal Weekend, they're the ones that putting it together. DJ Clay and Misery, you know, and there's going to be some other artists as well.
How does it feel being on a mini tour during the pandemic right now? Are you nervous as an artist, or do you feel confident enough?
Well, I am going to protect myself and wear a mask and try to be, you know, distant as much as possible. But I'm not really nervous, but I don't want to get it again.
Right, right. Um, you got it last year or this year?
It was last year.
I know a lot of people that are getting it, and it's so scary. It's really scary out there. I'm
Yeah, it is.
glad
It
you
is.
survived it. I'm glad you were okay. You know, I know you were really sick when you had it, but at least you're here. I'm blessed about that.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yes, I did had it. I felt like I was dying, Pretty much that's how it felt. Like I couldn't move. Plus I was born with asthma, so my breathing just like it felt like my chest was closing, you know. And I just few friends like Smokey the Bandit, he told me how he was like, yo, you gonna need this, make sure you get that. Marjay helped me out, a few of the Bone crews, they helped me out. And I was doing whatever they were telling me to do, and I was trying everything. Like I got CMOS, my cousin gave me CMOS and all that, so I was just doing whatever it takes to get better.
What does CMOS clear you out when you have it? Like it flushes you out?
I guess the detoxes, yeah.
Oh, okay, that's like Pedialyte. My cousin's a doctor, and she said to get Pedialyte, and it's like an IV, like the IV fluid.
Yeah.
Um, she said it tastes nasty, but you really can't taste. Were you able to taste flavor?
No, I didn't have no taste. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't smell. Like it was bad.
It's
Yeah.
scary. It's scary. It's really scary. I'm just waiting for the other two artists to come on here. That's what I'm waiting for. Salute everyone. Put the area codes where you're tuning in from. What's going on? What's going on, everybody? Did you take a lot of steam showers? Because I heard that like breaks up the mucus off the lungs.
Yeah, I was doing everything. I was doing everything. I take steam showers all the time anyways, and then after I do the hot shower, I rinse off with cold. So I do that anyways.
Okay. I just added. What's going on? Welcome to the
Hey, what's
Iccy
going
Show. How you
on?
doing?
Chilling, maintaining,
Welcome to the Iccy Show. You're out in Georgia right now, right?
Yes, ma'am. Atlanta, Georgia.
Salute, salute. It's been years since the last time I seen you. 2008 was the last time I seen you. So salute. Much love and respect. I see you making your
Appreciate that.
grind.
Appreciate that.
Welcome. So we were just talking about a little bit of, how do you feel about performing during the pandemic, being an artist, it's scary out there. So how
Right.
do you feel about that?
It is risky. Um, my personal opinion about it, it is very risky on, performing. But on the flip side, we still do have to grind and we still do have to, make our paper. Um, but I leave it up to God, at the end of the day, you know, like when I'm gonna be performing on the 30th, I always, pray before I even leave out to go where I'm gonna go, spiritual speaking.
I do the same thing, so I know what you're
I
talking about.
agree. I agree.
Yes, and I feel like that's important. A lot of people look at me like when I'm doing it, I'm like, you got to thank God. If it wasn't for God, we wouldn't be here. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Correct.
should we continue or should we wait for Cadillac? I know Cadillac was supposed to be
Yeah.
joining.
Let's try to get Cadillac in here.
Okay, so I sent him the invite. He just gotta accept it. So why don't you guys give them your information while we're waiting for Cadillac to come on? I have my questions for you, so let them know your social media, all your platforms where they can find your music. We'll start with you, Melodic, and then we'll go to the other artists.
All right. www.melodicearthlygoods.com. From that website, you can catch me anywhere on Facebook, any social media. You can catch me on there from that website. You can watch videos, bios. You can download songs. You can stream. You can buy some merchandises and other things.
Okay, and you?
Mine's I'm Drippy J. you know, you could catch me on Instagram, DrippyJ, DRIPPY_JAY, 2 X's. As well, you know, you catch me on my YouTube. It's the same way, Drippy J. Facebook, I do got on J Real. I'm gonna switch it up soon enough, but and my website will be coming up soon.
Okay, okay. He say he's trying to get on here.
Yeah, I see that he's trying to join. He said he's trying to join it.
Hold on, Cadillac. Let's see.
I was about to text him on the watch.
Yeah, and he's trying to get on. He just sent that right now. I just
And
sent it to you again. I'm sorry.
Oh, and also I just want to say, also on the website, on his website, you could catch my music on there as well.
Yes, yes.
Regards of the artists.
Yes. All the Dead Eyes artists is on there. I didn't get everyone on there yet, but majority is on there.
Okay. Are you their manager, or is it, you know, how would you describe it?
So Dead Eyes is pretty much a crew, and I run it as a label. So I'm like the CEO of the label. I pretty much, I wouldn't say their manager, but I do manage. I just guide them in the right direction. I let them do what they do.
That's nice.
That's a fact.
That's a boss move right there. Miss Melodic, if you want to just slide over a little bit more, because we gotta. Sometimes we're getting you perfect. Right? Nope. Come back a little.
No, come back. Right there.
Yeah. All right. Cool. I want to make sure they see that face, so when you're performing on that stage, they'll be like, yeah.
All right.
All right. All right. Cadillac. Do you want to send an invite and see if that will let you join? Because I tagged you in it twice. I'm not too sure. Did you upgrade your? I know Facebook did an upgrade recently this year. Just like within this week. If you didn't upgrade it, it won't let you join it because I already got my upgrade on the Facebook. It takes 2 seconds. You can go to your notification. We'll say Facebook upgrade, I believe it said, or new program. Just accept that.
I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
Okay.
All right.
So everybody, we got some great artists right here. I'm just waiting for Cadillac Spin. The last time I had you on the Iccy Show, you actually didn't have Dead Eyes upon your team. It was just you. So that's major moves, especially from, you know, being from Boston. And, you know, I like to see that. I like to see another artist put a team together and make everyone succeed out. And that's important. A lot of people don't do that.
Yeah, I didn't have Dead Eyes with me because I was on a solo mission. I was living in Chicago at the time. Came back to New England. I'm in Rhode Island now. And got with my peoples. Like Dead Eyes, we've been together since like 1999. So we've been together for a while. Like, it's a crew, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a crew from Winter Street, Brockton, Massachusetts. We got peoples all over, like Owens Ave. We got people at North Warren Ave, Green Street, Lexington. Man, East Side, we got Hill Street, you know, Hunt Street, you know what I'm saying? So it's like we real deep in Brockton. I'm talking about 1999, like a long time ago. And we, you know what I'm saying? We always rapped. We always rapped like get together and rap and stuff like that. But we was more in the streets doing our thing, and we rapped about things like that. Everybody got it kind of like their lane. I'm more of a spiritual rapper. But you got
okay.
What's the worst?
Finally on now.
What's going on, Cadillac?
Salute, I salute, man. You already know. Salute, big
yes,
bro.
Sir. Yes,
salute,
sir.
Jackie. Shit.
So that
everybody on here on Facebook hating on me, man. Shit, they trying to ban me some more. They trying to not let me go live. This is crazy.
Yeah, I tagged all three of you at the same time, and I'm like, I had the other two. I had Melodic and Drippy J, but I couldn't get you on here. And I'm like, I see you on here.
Why I wasn't trying to let me on there.
I try to get on there like crazy, for real.
Well, welcome to the Iccy Show again. You were on here about a year ago, and let them know your information, because we did give the other artists where they can find you as an artist. Yeah, so
Oh, they can find me. Well, actually, they can find me on my new Instagram at Cadillac Spin with the K, KADILLACSPIN. You already know. You can find me there. Facebook, find me Cadillac Spin, same name. You want to feature? Email me, the real King, the real Cadillac Spin. You know, I'm I'm just doing my thing, man. I'm just ready for that show on the 27th, man.
Get it?
You
Let's get
already
it. Let's get it.
ready to tear that shit up, man.
so where is that gonna be at?
That's gonna be at Club Joe's, New Hampshire, Manchester, New Hampshire.
Yup.
I remember going to a show. Welcome back, welcome back. We got that team now.
All right,
I
all
would
right.
say, welcome back.
Right now.
Uh,
We all here now.
all right, great, great. So Cadillac, I asked the other two artists, how did they feel about performing during this pandemic? How do you feel, performing?
Well, it's like performing during the pandemic. I mean, as long as you know people coming in, healthy and shit. As long as they coming in right and not being, you know, unhealthy and what I mean. A lot of people like they want to come out and not being, knowing they unhealthy and they want to come out and they still want to party. Like, nah, you sick, you not feeling good, stay home. Let everybody else who not feeling, they feeling good, they healthy, let them come out and enjoy themselves. But that mask is like very important. I noticed like a lot of people, they really fell off wearing a mask, and that should be definitely important. Like if you really want to go out and it's like the corona and the pandemic is really getting up there, man, just go by the rules, man. Put the mask on, stay extra precautious,
Fact.
A lot of people they really not, they think they're not catching it, but at the same time, when they go get checked out and they find out they got it, then it's like, damn, oh man, I got it. I didn't know I had it. So it's like me, I don't really, I be very cautious, because, I ain't trying to get it and I ain't trying to have my family get it as well, So anywhere I go, I'm always wrapped up with extra masks and stuff, Me and my cousin Goonie Goon, we was actually in Brooklyn a couple of weekends ago, straight masked up. Like, I ain't playing.
Yeah, that's important.
But
especially if you're going to a show. I was the only one. I was in Brooklyn the other day, and I was the only one wearing a mask. And I'm like, people looking at me like crazy, and I'm like, no, I'm not chancing that. I got kids to, go home to, and it's important. People don't realize that, and it
absolutely. But it's gonna be a good. It's it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. We're gonna turn up. We're gonna turn up.
Definitely, definitely. Melodic, do you want to let them know the dates of your tour, so they can purchase the tickets, and where they can purchase the tickets for those shows?
Okay, so the tour dates are last week of January. Is going to be on the 27th, 28th, 29th, and the 30th. So it's a mini tour that Lethal Weekend put together. And they can purchase the tickets right now on Eventbrite. They can purchase it on my website, www.melodicearthlygoods.com. They can purchase it on Facebook, it's on Facebook. So all the links pretty much is on Facebook. They can just click on whichever, it'll bring them straight to Eventbrite, and purchase it there.
Okay, are the tickets a certain price, or it depends what seating they get there?
No, they're all 15, I believe.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Now, VIP and stuff like that, they're going to have to go through the promoter. I don't know how he has that set up.
Wow, that's good. $15 is definitely good. Make sure you go to those dates. They're on a mini tour. Support them. They're from New England, all three of them. So there should not be no reason. I understand people are scared, but at least support them on their social medias. Go request them, and so you can see what they got going on. They got the clothing line. Mr. Melodic has his T-shirts. I seen those with the white with the gold,
Yeah.
And I like how you have the writing. That's very nice. Very nice.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it's metallic gold on the shirt, on the white shirt, with the 7 sign on the right arm. So I put the 7 sign on there because I'm a part of Rebirth, 7 sign Rebirth, which is through Busy Bone, Demetrius, and the 7 sign crew. So I was joined. I was part of the street team back in man, I'll say 2011. I think it was 2011. I was part of the street team, and then I kind of like worked my way up, and then was an A&R at one point, and then now artist. You know, it's not a label no more. It's a crew. So it's the same thing as Dead Eyes. It's a crew, and that's how they're doing. Thank you.
I love that. I love that how you're doing that. Like I said, you know, there's so much great talent in Boston and in New England, and people don't want to, you know, work together. And as you know, you're a boss by bringing a lot of local talent. Are they all from New England? From Dead Eyes?
Drippy J's been my homie since way back in the days. Like
Yes.
Recipe to Vernon. That's my man's. You know what I'm saying? And Drippy J's day one. With my bro Classic from we from the same neighborhood. Classic's in the whip.
Dope shit.
Get over here real quick.
All right, so there goes my bro Classic. He's Dead Eyes day one. He's day one. He's in the whip. That's what's up. So and Cadillac, he just joined recently. You know, but he's been affiliated with us for a while now. So there's more too. We got on the tour you're gonna catch Black Costanza. He's gonna be in the Connecticut show. So he's gonna perform with me there. Cadillac's gonna be Cadillac and Jaway. They're gonna be in Manchester, New Hampshire.
Yes, sir.
Drippy J's gonna be in Worcester, Massachusetts. Ray Magoo is gonna be in Providence and Worcester. So we bringing everybody. Like it's not like I said. So much of us. Look, I didn't even know Classic was there, but Classics is another artist. You know, right now he's working with Drippy J, doing he got his own thing too. Victory Lane Records. Yeah. They got
flawless Victory Records.
You know,
Flawless Victory Records. Yes, sir.
So it really don't matter what the artists do. Yeah. They can do whatever they choose to do because they're independent. I'm just guiding them in the right direction. That's all I'm doing.
That's awesome. I salute to you 1000%, Melodic, because a lot of people don't do that. As artists, they like to be selfish. They like to be for themselves. They don't like to work together. And you're actually doing it. You're covering all the New England states, and that's major. And especially going out of state, you guys are going to New Hampshire, going to Rhode Island, and you're covering all of New England, and that's major. I salute to you. And how do you guys feel having that mentor? I'm gonna call you a mentor because you're actually bringing it together and you grouping it together. How do you guys feel, Drippy J and Cadillac?
I would say, you want to go first?
You got it, bro.
I was ready to go. I would say, you know, on the business side, like he does wonderful. I always tell him when we're talking, I said, man, I just, love when we just be kicking it, we be, doing different ideas, and then he'll, tell me certain things, and just try to put me on, you know what I mean? So it's like more or less, as business side, great guy. I would recommend anybody to go to him as business size, and as well as friendship, just all in all, he's really a good dude, on that flip side, I can't complain, I really, it's no complaining on my end, you know what I mean? He helps out the best he can above and beyond, should I say.
Thank you.
So, it's no
that's how I look at it as well, like business-wise, you know what I mean? Like Melodic, he's forward with it, you know what I mean? It's like, his vision is like he got a vision that nobody else see, but he sees, and he's just guiding us as you know, what I mean, as he go through his path, he's guiding us, making sure that we follow suit. As you know, what I mean, if we fall off, we slip off, he's making sure that we right there to get back up on our toes and keep it pushing and stuff. You know, so it's like I when I first heard of him, I was just like, I was stunned. I was like, oh shit. I'm like, okay, I fucks with him because the style already, his style fucked me up. I was like, yo, that's my bro right there. And so then me, you know, having the opportunity to, you know, have him on my track on the single Presidential was like, yo, that's it's a banger. That, you know, it's a banger, and I enjoy performing and even talking to him musically wise and not musically wise. You know what I mean? Like, he is, it's just something about you, bro. You that dude, man. You gifted, actually. That's what I can say. You gifted, bro. And I appreciate you for giving me the opportunity and showing me the loops in the industry and stuff, you know, and letting me know that there's always a time that you might fall, like you might think you might fall short, but it's just right there. The door is right there. It's opening. So, you know what I mean? I appreciate that shit, bro, for real. And that's why I'm always going to do business with you, because you that dude, bro.
Bless. Thank
for
you.
real.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank both of y'all.
Are you looking to have more people come upon your team, Melodic?
Yeah, pretty much. I gotta listen to the music and I gotta like the music, and then we move forward from there. But anybody can join as long as they're bringing it, you know. Because I'm looking at talent. I'm not really looking at numbers. I don't really care about the numbers really. So it's really about talent. If you got the talent and all that. But the numbers do count, you know. It do.
I was supposed to say.
Because Drippy J, he's about his numbers, and you know, he likes to drip. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you know.
For me, I'm looking at the talent, because I like the creativity part in the studio.
That's true too.
Oh shit.
You gotta. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I truly believe and I agree with that. Like the numbers is good, but also you do have to balance it. You know, you do have to have some type of talent, because you can't just be like, oh, numbers fly high and then it's garbage. You know what I mean? So it's like more or less you gotta have some type of zing to it, you know, some type of talent.
Right.
You know.
Bro, shit.
Are you looking?
Definitely gotta have that shit.
Are you looking to get a female on your team?
We do have females in our team. We have females. It's just they're not active right now.
Okay.
But we got Simone Antunes. We got my cousin Elsie. They're actually both my cousins, Simone and Elsie. I have a collaboration with Marjay. But she's not part of the crew. She's part of the Flesh and Bone Global, Bones as a Harmony. But I have back in the days we did something together for a mixtape. Vienna Marie, I got something with she's not part of the crew. Female rappers, we did have Cecily and Baby Buns, but they're not active right now. You know, there's a few they're like two girls from the south side of Brockton that kind of like they can spit, you know. So my homies right there.
Females, we need to get come on, queens, you got to get out there, get with Melodic, join their team. I mean, if you heard Melodic's music and these other two artists, they're fire. And I actually love that song that you have with Cadillac, Presidential.
Yep.
I remember we talked about that the last interview, Cadillac.
You got to put that out.
You guys performed in was it Jules nightclub in New Hampshire?
Yeah.
Yes. So I know you put it out there, definitely. Do you guys all record at the same studio, or do you guys independently do your own studio and then collaborate together?
My connection is kind of messed up. I'm gonna tap out and then tap right back in.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, guys.
Okay, no problem.
All right.
To answer that, everybody got their own studio that they go to, but they're more than welcome This is my home studio. This is what I do here is if I got something in my head I need to get out, I come here and do it. Then if the song comes out great, I bring it to the bigger studio and record it there. Now, mixing the mastering, lately I've been using Raiden Rush. He's been mixing the mastering on my songs. So
Okay. And that's the engineer?
yes, he's the engineer. He's out in Florida. Um he's working with Flesh and Bone right now from Bone to Zahar.
Hell yeah! Salute to Ray
Yes, sir.
Rush, man. Salute to the big bro.
Raiden
Okay.
Rush. He was out here on, matter of fact, Cadillac was with us.
Yeah,
he was
yeah.
out here.
He was out there in Club Jules.
Club Jules. Uzi flew him out. Uzi flew him out.
Yup.
Flesh and Bone was here. It was with the same promoters that promote in this mini tour right here. It was the same promoters that brought Flesh and Bone out there. Jason and the rest of the crew at Lethal Weekend. Yeah.
Yeah, that
on
shit
here
was
right
lit.
now. Jason Towns?
No, Jason Towns is Mo Thugs.
Oh, okay. I apologize because there was a promoter on here named Jason, so that's why I didn't know if that was the same Jason.
No, I actually got a song with him too. Yeah, I got a song with him too.
If you could pick one artist to do, I was just seeing if he tapped back in. If you could pick one artist to do a collaborate with, who would it be and why? We'll start with you, Melodic, and then we'll go to you, Cadillac.
One artist? Like any artist, or we're talking?
Any artist that could be in the industry or local, but just one artist. If you got to get that one artist that you always said when you started getting in this industry and you wanted to work with that person, who would it be and why would you want to work with them? Is it their flow? Is it they stay consistent in this industry, or?
Okay, I've already achieved that.
Oh, okay.
It was Busy Bone. I have a song with him called it's Dead Eyes, Get It How You Live, featuring Busy Bone.
Okay.
Now there's a story behind that too. Me and Busy was chopping it up. And I told him a little bit about my story a little bit. I was out in California looking for Bone Thugs and Harmony to hook up with. This was back in 2003.
Oh, shit.
2003, and I was homeless.
Damn.
I ended up being homeless. You know what I'm saying? And it was me and Damaris House. And we was out in California and was supposed to hook up with Bone Thugs. One of the managers told us, stay on Ocean Street, right on Hollywood. Stay on Ocean Street. We didn't stay. We walked all the way down St. Monica. We went to the beach. We started messing with girls, like you know. And then we went back to the payphone, try to hit them up, like yo. Nothing. Like I forgot what happened. I don't remember everything. I can't recall everything. But I remember calling my mom's and my father to try to get me back to Massachusetts because this ain't working out. You know what I'm saying? And then I always kept I'm real spiritual, and I talk to God every day. And a clear voice told me, you don't have to go to them. I'll make them come to you. And that's what kind of happened. Next thing you know, Busy Bones doing the fan appreciation thing. And he said, anybody want to collab, reach out. I reached out and he said, let's do it. He was like, what's your budget? And I'm like, oh man, you know what I'm saying? This is about to be some paper right now. He worked out a deal with me and it was cool. Like we did it. And I told him who I was. You know, he didn't know who I was at first. I told him who I was. I was part of the Seven Sign crew through Demetrius. And he was like, oh, okay, cool. And then we did a song, got the song, and I put it out. I promoted it as much as I can. I can still put money on my Moving Silent album as a bonus track. And you can only get it with the physical copy. Like you won't get it streaming online. Stream it
Yeah.
You can stream it online, but you would have to type in Dead Eyes Get It How You Live featuring Busy Bone.
Boom. Gotcha.
Yeah.
What about you, Cadillac? Drippy J, I'm gonna ask you the question next, so you can start thinking of it. If you could pick one artist, it could be local or in the industry, who would it be and why? And after Cadillac, I'll ask you the question.
All right.
All right, Cadillac, you're up.
Me, I would like. I had few artists that I wanted to do like feature. Like I wanted to have like Soldier Boy from Mo Thugs. I wanted to have him on one of my tracks and stuff. Why? Because it's like I always was a Bone Thug, Mo Thug fan since the '90s, since I was born. When they first came out, it was just like I had that. It just when you get caught up listening to something for so long and it adapts to you, and especially if they spitting some real shit, it's not no make believe shit. Like they really lived that life, and it's like I look at it as by him, living that life and to see where he at right now, it's like he can speak about that shit, and that's why I like I like artists like that, especially artists that have been in the industry for like 20 plus years and stuff, that really kick that knowledge, that'll really give you that OG status, and they ain't gonna fly by and nothing, so it's like I wanted to get him, and then I wanted to do Busy was actually one of the first ones I wanted to do the track with, because him spiritual wise, it's phenomenal, it's crazy, and it's like I don't really look at it like a lot of people. They like, oh y'all look like twins, y'all look like that. I'm like, man, it's just I like when I hear music and I pay attention to it. A lot of people is just they rap about the experience, where they come from and how they get to where they at now. Some they just make believe shit. And I just pay attention to the ones that's really going for it, really spitting that knowledge and that inspiration, so I can just keep going.
Yeah, I love music like that. I really do. I hope that Bone Thugs will come out with like another song like they did with Crossroads, because a lot of us been through a lot of deaths lately, a lot, and I feel like they're due to come up with a new generation of that. And I love Melodic, I love your flow. Cadillac, I love your flow together, because you guys have your own individual flow, but when you come together, it goes as one. And a lot of people can't do that. They're usually off, even when they're getting joined into a song.
You want this song?
Drippy J, I'm sorry, I really haven't listened to your music recently, but back in the day, like I'm talking 2008 when I first met you, actually your music was fire, you know what I'm saying? So I can imagine now with all the new technology that has come in. So I'm gonna follow up on you afterwards, and I will hear some of your music.
Appreciate.
You're welcome. Go ahead, sir.
I was gonna say, I'm actually in the making. That's why I'm out in Atlanta right now, because we're doing a track called Blessings, featuring my team, and as well featuring Project Pat from 3-6 and 3-6 Mafia. And it came out really good. I can't wait to put it out. Like I wish I could just put it out right now. But it came out really good. The vibe was really good. And I also got Big Drip out now, featuring FYB J Main. If people don't know him, it's FBG Ducks Peoples, pretty much his team.
Okay.
So we're working very hard behind the scenes, very, very hard actually. You know,
That's
and this is like my coach right here on the right hand side, upper right hand. He's like my coach. You know, I can't stress it enough. You know, it'd be just days that we'll be like, all right, we're gonna talk for only like a couple minutes, and it'll go on for like hours. I'm like, all right, bro, I gotta get off the phone, and then we'll still talk. You know what I mean? But it's more or less he's a good dude. I just had to shout that out again. You know, yeah, we're working very hard. Flawless Victory Records, as well with Eyez. You know, I got artists underneath myself as well. I got the core that's gonna be putting out music with J Real Big Block. He's Montana 300's artist. Also, we do have a track that we did not release yet. It just reminded me what Kylak was saying with Soldier Boy. But the Soldier Boy, we do have that one as well. Not unreleased yet, but it will get released very
No,
shortly.
hold on 1 second. Cadillac's talking about Soldier Boy.
No, I know. No, I know. He's talking about a whole different person.
Say that again, big bro.
No, he's talking about a whole different person, but he just reminded me of Soldier Boy that we did business with. And I just wanted to...
The one you did is Soldier Boy Tell Him.
Yes.
Soldier Boy from Mo Thug?
Yeah,
No,
Soldier Boy Tell Him.
He did with Soldier Boy Tell Him. You want to do the collab with Soldier Boy from Mo Thugs.
From
Yeah,
Mo Thug,
I didn't want to get...
but you did the collabo with Soldier Boy Tell Him?
Yeah, he did. He did.
Oh shit. That's
Right.
That's dope.
And
we're all part of the same team, so maybe that can happen. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I could always tap in. I could always tap in with Soldier. You know, that's not an issue at all. But yeah, I just wanted to let people know that what on my end, what we're working on. But like I said, I'm in Atlanta. I just did a music video with Project Path from 3-6 Mafia. Also, yeah, that was yesterday. Also, we are going to be dropping a lot of things by this month. I also got another song coming out that was January 31st with Billionaire Black, and that's FBG Duck's best friend, literally. And that's going to be dropping January 31st. And the Blessings is going to be dropping on January 30th.
awesome. Smokey the Band's in the building right now. Melodic said hit you. What's going on, Smokey? Mo Thugs right there.
Get it.
I believe that those are Duck and them, those are Smokey's peoples too, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. Yep, yeah. The hearts are going up, so it must be.
Yes, so it must be, yeah.
Okay, all right. You see how this industry works? One person that's really doing it out there can make a change. Like Melodic, you're like the tree with the roots coming down with all these artists from New England. I salute you because a year ago you didn't have this. So I really, really commend you, especially being in this industry. It's very hard to build a team and a loyalty team and a loyal in this industry. And I commend you 1,000. I hope you guys get awards. I really hope to see you international next year. Next time I have you on my interview, I want to see you guys in Europe. I want to see you in Italy. I want to see you all over. That's what I want to see.
Word.
You guys got your own plane flying over and be like, see you, New England. We started here, and now it's time to branch off. Word. And I probably could see you guys doing that. Really, really, that's important.
Hey,
yes.
Say it and let it manifest,
I was just, that's so funny, because I was just thinking that we manifesting it right now, just speaking about it, you know?
Yeah. Yes, it's true. I'm about that. I believe in that. And people look at me like crazy, but I believe in that hard. So I see it happening. So next year I want to get on that plane and I want to be doing your interviews in person at your shows. That's what I hope to do.
Go.
So
definitely gonna make that happen.
Definitely. Now, where have you performed at, Drippy J?
I'll be honest. I'm just coming out. When I just dropped, I always been behind the scenes, for my brother, Vernon, I always been behind the scenes. Literally just, helping him putting everything together and stuff like that. I did, do music, but I never really took it to the serious level that I'm taking it now. Um, but my first performance is gonna be with my man's right here, so on the 30th, and I appreciate that too as well, 100%. Um, but I always been just behind the scenes with the music at the moment, but now I'm just pushing out, as an artist, and I got a whole team behind me, manager, CEO of my record label, Flawless Victory Records, and we just pushing.
How does it feel to be finally in the front line instead of, in the back like you
Oh
always
man,
were? It must be like a good feeling, like accomplishment.
it's a wonderful feeling, to the point, it's just it's let me try to say this right, correctly. It's a wonderful, great feeling, but stressful at the same time.
Yes.
And I'm gonna keep it honest. Some days is great as hell, and some days it's stressful because I gotta manage a lot of things, and even my own self. But as well, my man's up above. He does help me out too. Like like I said, I can't stress it enough. He's like my coach.
Right, right. I'm gonna start with you, Melodic. If you could change anything about this industry, what would it be? And then we'll go to Trippy J, and then we'll go to Cadillac.
Um, more creativity, originality. Um,
Yes, yes, talk, preach that.
Melodic. One second. What was the question you said?
It says, if you could change anything about the industry, what would it be?
Oh, okay.
so more creativity in the industry because you turn on over and over and over again. Me, when we was in the streets, like you had to like we only listened to like the real, like Bone Thugs, Wu Tang, Tupac, Biggie. That's my generation. You know what I'm saying? We will only listen to that. Anything else is whack. Like even if you was whack coming into the studio, I'd be like, get a body. Like so. But now we're in the new generation. It's kind of like even if they don't got it, it's being accepted. That's what I noticed. But instead of copying, what I'm saying, you can take a little bit of jewel here, a little bit of jewel there, and mold into your own, but you have to do the mold into your own part. Because even I get it, like, oh, you sound like Bone Thugs and Harmony. Bro, that's because I've been listening to them all my fucking life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I sound like them. But really listen, I don't sound like them. I mean, it's the same flow. It's the same melodic flow, and I'm paying homage. You know what I'm saying? But my little styles in there. I got a little bit of Bone, a little bit of Eazy-E, a little bit of Tupac, a little bit of Biggie, a little bit of Mobb Deep. It's like it's all in there if you really listen.
Yes, that's important. And I love how you say about being your own creative artist in this industry. It's important because a lot of the new generation now they want to be this new drill music, and the drill music all sounds the same. I don't particularly like the drill music. That's just me. I'm not judging anyone that does it. But you have to be your original. You have to be your own creative, like you said. That's important.
Exactly. Yeah. Have your own creativity.
And I love it. I love the old school music because first of all, like you just named some big industry artists, and they're their own independent creative, and they have their own team like Wu Tang, Bone Thugs and Harmony, but they're fire. And they're never gonna end. They're just gonna keep on blooming and blooming and blooming. Your grandkids are gonna be hearing about them. That's how great they are in this industry. And we need more artists like that. And I believe you, Melodic. I believe in your team because I know that you're really strict on like the type of music that you want on your team. And I know Cadillac Spin with that song. I know me and Cadillac I've been to his on one of his music videos, and you know,
Oh yeah.
you know, and it's important to know that because you got great talent on your team. I could see it. And Dre, I know he used to have the flow. So I can imagine now. I mean, we're in 2022. This was 2008. So I'm excited. Like, I can't wait to listen, you know? And I hope I can get a ride to one of your shows. I really do. So I don't have a vehicle now, but I hope to definitely attend one of them. I would love to see you all on the stage. I really will.
What?
That's it.
See, the show, each show, we're giving them something new. Like, they're going to get to see Cadillac Spin perform in the one in New Hampshire, right?
Mm-hmm.
Also, they're going to hear Jaway from Dead Eyes. Okay? And then when you go to Connecticut, you're going to hear Black, another artist.
Mm-hmm.
Then when you go to Providence, you're going to hear Ray Magoo. Then when you go to Worcester, you're going to hear Drippy J.
That's awesome.
So you're getting a taste of a little bit. If you go to all four of the shows of the tour, you're gonna get to see the story behind it.
Okay.
But if you only go to one or two, you're not gonna really get the whole you're not gonna get the whole picture. You're just gonna get a piece of it. It's still gonna be dope, that piece, but getting the whole picture, that's where it's at.
Right.
That's what
Agree.
Is Black from Brockton?
Yeah, that's my little cousin.
Okay, then I might know him. I actually used to manage someone, Stu Cat, and if he is that same one, he was a part of that team. I gotta find out. I gotta ask. I gotta see a picture because if that's him, he's fire. He's really fire. I've seen him perform.
Hammond Classic, that's with Drippy J right now. They're real close. Like, me and Classic used to be real close. Like back in the days, like when my mom and dad kicked me out of the crib, Classic took me in. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, he took me in like my foster brother. You know what I'm saying? And then Black and Classic, when they got together, their chemistry just matched. It just clicked. And then it was like, they were doing songs together. I was like, yo. Y'all need to do a fucking group album together. Because that shit's fire. So Classic and Black together, oh, man. I'm telling you. But
I feel it. I feel the energy. I feel like this is going to be the New England future. I feel we're going to be seeing a lot of you guys everywhere in New England and over different states. I can feel it. I definitely feel it. It's strong. Classic, you want to let them know your information where they could turn around and follow you?
Yeah, right now I'm just on Facebook right now. I didn't put none of my stuff up. Yeah, I'm just trying to perfect everything, make sure everything, because I'm a perfectionist, so I haven't dropped nothing in a while, but I just want to make sure when it drops, it's, you know what I mean? So I'm just letting it be perfected for a little bit, you know what I mean?
Let them know your social media so they can request you on Facebook. So when you do come out
it's Classic Sullivan, Klassick Sullivan.
Okay, salute. I appreciate you. Keep up the good work. You're in good hands with Melodic.
I already know. You know what I mean?
We live together, so
God damn, you in a row. This nigga in the row, bro, on the interview on the road.
He's the king over here. He's in the royal.
I'll let y'all. I am involved with Blessings. You know what I'm saying? I'm on the hook. So yeah, y'all see it in the video. And then we about to drop mad shit.
Word.
You know what I mean?
All right, cool.
It's gonna be
you
popping.
look familiar, so I might have met you before. I'm looking at your face now.
Maybe I think I do know you too.
Yes.
From DZ, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my ex. My ex-husband. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Small world.
Yeah.
Small world, right?
All right, y'all. Here's Drippy J though.
Nice to see you again. Stay blessed.
Yeah, you already know.
Definitely. Small world. See, Drippy J over there. Like, wow, this is connection. I love it. I love this type of energy, definitely. So
Yes,
the
ma'am.
question is to you. If you could change anything in the industry, what would it be?
I'll be honest with you, because I was thinking about that the whole time when, you know, my man's right here was talking. Um, the mumbling. If it, like the mumbling is just, I just don't like the mumbling like that. You know, you know, you could barely hear what people are saying. Wise, you know, I feel like you should, you know, speak clear and not mumble, and also making up your own words. Like some people just be making up like anything, and I'm like, well, yo, hold on. Is that even a word? You know what I mean? So I mean, it is what it like. Sometimes it, you know, certain songs it does sound cool and stuff like that, but the mumbling part, I think 100% should be like cut out of the industry because it's just like, yeah, you know, like it's like how we understanding what you're saying, like what's the message you're saying, you know? I mean, my 4-month-old daughter mumbles, you know what I mean? Like that's baby talk, you know what I mean? So you know, so that's the main thing with me, and just put out more positivity, you know, even if you do gangster rap, because I do gangster rap too, you know what I mean? But also put some positive out there, not just only gangster,
Yeah.
you know, switch it up, you know what I mean? Do some, you know, positive, like how I get blessings. You know, I'm also gonna be doing something for the ladies. I'm also even gonna do something like a little R&B. Now I don't sing, so you know, you guys don't expect me to sing, but I'm gonna do a little twist with the R&B, you know, scenery. So, you know, I feel like um, you know, so I do see certain artists do that, like they do gangster stuff and then they switch it up and you know different ways and stuff like that. You know, as like you know R&B or for the ladies and stuff like that. But the main thing I'm trying to get to is the mumbling situation. The mumbling, it just has to go. You know, huh? I know Young Thug does mumble. I do, and I'm not gonna lie. I do like maybe one or two of his tracks, but other than that, I really don't like the mumble like that because it's just you know you gotta really like even with Young Thug when I was listening to it, I had to listen to it like a couple of times and I'm like okay I get what he's saying I do like it, but I had to retake multiple times to understand where he was coming from. You know what I mean? So that's the whole point. I don't like the mumbling because it's like you should be able to hear a song one time and understand what that person's saying, and then you're just like, oh, you know what? Just run that back. You know what I mean? I like that. You know.
All right. What about you, Cadillac?
Man, I basically like Melodic said, you know the creativity and you know just have more positive music out there instead of having all these you know violent songs, kill them up, shoot them up, and all this extra stuff, you know. And it's
Yes.
just like I look at it as that's basically how these teenagers and these kids nowadays losing their lives. You know what I mean? They making all different types of songs, shoot you on a block and all this extra stuff. You ain't going nowhere with that. You're not gonna gain anything, no type of respect. I mean, that's the lifestyle you choose to live. That's the lifestyle you choose to live. But don't put it out there and think somebody's gonna gain something off of that. They're not gonna gain nothing off of that, you know. So it's like more positive music, you know, more creativity, more. It's just a lot of talent out here, you know. More vision. We definitely need a lot of vision, you know, and networking. A lot of people, some people are scared to network. Ain't nothing wrong.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yep. It's true.
I agree. One thing for sure, like I know I was saying back in the days, if you wasn't if the music wasn't real, things that we can relate with, we would never like listen to it. We just like not into that, right? But at the same time, you got to kind of be a little open nowadays. You know, you got to kind of like listen to, because I notice I tap into different dimensions listening to some of the new stuff. And I'm like, that's kind of creative, you know? And it does nothing wrong, because with music, you're expressing yourself, you're sharing your environment, you're reaching out to different people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're sending messages, whether it's positive or negative. You're sending a message. You're kind of like the guys on the news. You know what I'm saying? You're sharing information. That's what it is. You're sharing information. And I know back in the days, like, I was more in the streets, so I would rap about street shit, you know, because that's what I was doing, you know.
Exactly.
And then when you kind of step out of that and you're on your grown man shit, you're kind of like, now it's more spiritual, and you're kind of giving that side, right? But you'll still find the flavor, a little bit of flavor of the street in it, because that for some reason will never leave, no matter what, because it's a part of hip hop.
Exactly.
It's a part of hip hop.
So
it will never leave. It's embedded in you. It's like, right now I'm on my grown man shit, so I'm in the crib, right, with the wife, doing my 1-2s, making sure the bills get paid, whatever I gotta do, right? Now, it don't mean somebody breaking my motherfucking crib, don't mean I ain't strapped.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'll lace the motherfucker up.
Right.
You know,
bang.
It's like that. But you
B.
don't see me going live.
Yeah, y'all wildin', B.
Exactly.
Classic knows how I get down. Man, straight the fuck up. He knows how I get down. But I'm not even like that no more. I'm not even. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even like that. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to be on your grown man shit and do grown man things. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be on camera like, I know. You know what I'm saying? So you can be like you can be creative with it.
Right.
The song I did with Smokey the Bandit, Sick with the Shot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm really rapping about killing demons with the word, and the tongue is the word. That's what it's really talking about. But we put it in a metaphor so we can grab the street.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a balance between two. I'm sick with the shots, I'm popping the clip and the glap, pop, don't stop. Like you're kind of like grabbing two. So it is positive, even though it sounds like it's negative. It kind of bugs you out. You know, you got to pay attention to get the message.
And that's crazy you say about the tongue, because I was just saying that the other day in an interview. I said your tongue could be like as strong as of a bullet. Sometimes you like that bullet before it's released out of the chamber. You know what I'm saying? And people are like looking at me like crazy, but it's true. Saying you talk that street stuff, you got to be able to back it up. Sometimes people just talk it and they don't have it to back it up, and that's important.
Right.
And you know what's crazy? I feel like the industry, and I love how you guys are about the positive, because in this industry, there's a lot of artists out there that are talking about only gang stuff, and they really should be trying to make a change in the industry with the hip hop. You know, it's bad enough we got the hip hop police after us. It's bad enough you got, you know, the negative against hip hop. When we need to make a change, like you said, how you spit, how you rap about it, make it positive for the younger generation. So they're not talking about trying to get a gun. They're not trying to about killing this, doing this. We want something to stay in school. We want, you know, more positive in this hip hop industry, and that's important. Like I grew up with what's it called, breakdancing. I'm sure you did too. I don't know about both of you on the bottom, because I know you're younger than us.
I never did none of that. Like,
but you talk about the breakdancing, right?
Yes, the breakdancing.
I ain't gonna front. I used to do a little when I was younger.
Okay.
A little bit.
I would love to see it come back. I would love it.
I don't know. I'm getting a little bit too old now.
I did the Michael Jackson dance, the moonwalk and all that. I used to do that.
Bring it back, because nobody's doing that. They're all doing like the street stuff. That's what I'm coming out and saying. You know, that that type of positive, you know, doing the moonwalk. That's nothing hurting nobody. That's actually makes the crowd want to come and say, oh, who's that doing that? What? Look at those moves over there. You know what I'm saying? And like same with the break dancing. That's not hurting nobody. You know, you would see people going against each other. And since you got a strong team, you might want to get a couple of those artists.
I actually been thinking about what you're saying right now. I actually been thinking, like, if you pay attention to the Sick with the Shot music video, I'm kind of dancing a little bit in there, but not really. I got little, it's little moves that I do, you know, and I just like to do it because I love music. You know what I'm saying? So it's little moves I do, and it came from Michael Jackson back in the days. But I kind of like put that in there a little bit, but not too much, you know what I'm saying? But I like it. I like it.
I hope to see you, Melodic, doing some. I want someone to get that clip for me. If I can't make it to your show, I want them to get you on there doing that moonwalk. Nobody's doing it.
I keep that as a mental note.
And represent for New England too, which is a big team right here. So what was the best advice you've been given during your career, Melodic? And then we'll go to Cadillac, and then we'll go to Drippy J.
The best advice was from I deleted the post. It was a post that I wrote. I didn't even say, I just said, I feel like giving up. That's what I said on the post. I didn't say I was going to give up. I said, I feel like giving up. And I saw damn near everybody on Facebook comment, liked it. And I'm like, huh. I didn't say nothing. I just watch. What everyone was saying. And I was peeping everything. I didn't say nothing like interesting. They'll comment on negative, but they won't comment on my shows. They won't comment on my upcoming shows. All good. Okay. I did feel a certain way about it. But as I was reading, like Blaze, Smokey, few of the Dead Eyes members, I saw positive messages in there, like don't give up, we need you, or when you feel like giving up, it's because you're close to making it, keep going, take that next step. So it would be that, it would be from the fans and the friends.
Right. So,
Dope.
Cadillac, what about you?
That's the same here. Like, I done went through plenty of my little downfall moments and shit, and you know, I didn't had, you know, Melodic, you know, he was in my ear, and you know, Soulja Boy from Old Thugs, he was in my ear, and I appreciate those, you know, y'all for being in my ear, because at the same time, it's like me getting into the industry, it's like I'm still getting my foot wet. And me looking up to both of y'all, it's like they done been through 20 times worse things than I've gone through. So they have more experience. So, you know, y'all just giving me that energy to just keep flowing, and just to, like you said, if you feel like getting up, it's like the doors is right there, opening up right there for you. Don't give up that. Just keep pulling, just keep pushing, keep flowing for it, you know? And it's like and to be honest with you, I keep that in the back of my head every day. When I feel like giving up, when I feel like that negative and that devil's in my ear and trying to stop me from doing my thing, nah, keep going, keep pushing. Because at the end of the day, there's something behind that door that's waiting for me, and I'm gonna go to that door.
And
you know, and
I'm proud of you.
That's what keeps me pushing. I appreciate that shit for real.
I'm proud of you, Cadillac. I've hung out with you. You know, I've been in your music video, and you know, we recently lost Don Hazel. You know, and that's how I met you. And I'm grateful that I met you through him, because you know, I kept always telling you. I said you need to be around the right crowd. You need to be around the right people, because if you don't have that right people,
and I appreciate that dude too. You know, Don Hazel. That was like another father figure to me and stuff, you know. Like I even said it yesterday. There's been a couple of days I've been posting it. Like if it wasn't for Don Hazel, I wouldn't really be in a position where I'm at right now, especially like in the movie scenes or visual wise, because that's the one that opened the doors right there for me to keep it pushing.
Yeah.
And he was right there standing, making sure that I was following steps, even though me and him didn't see eye to eye. He still was making sure that I was walking through those doors and stuff, you know.
Yes.
And that's my whole mission this year, 2022. I'm like, yo, I'm just keeping flowing. I'm making them all those goals, all those dreams. Oh yeah, I'm making that happen.
Right.
Hey,
Right.
I would like to say rest in power to Don.
Yeah.
Rest in
Yeah,
power.
man, for real.
Yes.
For real, real pressure. For real.
That one,
I knew
that
him.
hurt my heart. That one hurt my heart. He was like a father to me that I didn't have in my
Yeah.
life. So my energy has been down, and I needed this right here to get me up. Because I was sad I didn't get to make it. My ride canceled an hour before the funeral yesterday, so I was hurt that I couldn't make it. But
Yeah, he
was
was
a great
good.
guy,
He was straight.
great legend. And actually, I don't know if you guys seen the post this morning. New York is nominating me and him. Oh,
Yeah, I seen
so
that. I seen
I'm
that post.
so
That's
happy,
what's up.
like
Good
to get
stuff.
that award when we go to New York. Like I'm bringing that home. I'm taking Feta with me because Godson. I'm
Yeah.
taking that with us. He's getting his for his Godfather, and I'm getting mine. But it feels good to bring
That's
that
dope.
home for New England, and that man deserved it. He was a legend. He was in the
Yeah, man, he was a
people
legend.
don't realize that. They think, oh, he was a gangster this, gangster that, all negative. No one wants to hear that. You know, what about the positive
Yeah.
he's done? He's been in the he's been in the churches. He's tried to make the unite in Boston, and you know, he done it. He got the movies in the movie theater, and no one's done that. So I
Actually met him. I met him during it was like a long time ago, my brother's anniversary, 7th anniversary of his death. And I ended up meeting him, and he was singing. He was doing one of his little songs. I was like, okay. I said, look at this little pimp over here, this OG pimp. I said, who's this dude doing this thing over there? I said, okay. I said, they call him Don Hansel. Okay then.
Hey, check it
And
out.
so when I got into the music, I was like, yeah. I said, you look familiar. I said, damn. I said, yo, remember? I said, you sing on my brother's anniversary. And so he knew my step family and stuff, you know, and I appreciate him, and that's what really got me into like really wanting to do music with him, because I'm like, I know he know what he's doing. He know what he's doing, and just like you said, Jack, he's definitely a legend, man. He definitely put a lot of he touched a lot of hearts,
yeah.
a lot of hearts into it.
Don, I met him a long time ago. Long time ago in Boston. This is when I was thugging in the streets. Met him a long time ago in
Man,
Boston. Real cool, humble, gangster, you know, look like a pimp with the 3-piece suit. And I used to, you know
yeah,
what I'm saying? Like, I remember all that. I was born in Boston. I was born in Dorchester. I got I got a
yeah,
whole bunch of cousins in Boston. And a second time I met him, I think it was through rest in peace to Vernon, Jay's brother.
Oh,
Vernon, yes. Vernon was actually supposed to be in the movie as well. We spoke briefly on it. That he was getting ready to go shoot movies in Boston. Vernon was wearing his 3-piece suit and all that as well.
oh, that's right. That's right. Oh my God. Yeah, that's right.
And,
Wow.
the crazy thing, I just want to recap on that. The crazy thing about it, I have spoken to Don, like, I would say, like, maybe like 3 weeks ago. Probably, yeah, about 3 weeks ago. And he was like, you know, I called him, and I was like, hey, what's up, man? You know, because we talked about it roughly when my brother had passed away. I was like, he was like, damn, that, you know, my condolences, all that stuff. And I was like, yeah, he was supposed to be in the movie and this and that and the third. And he's like, you know what? You know, I want to, you know, do something with you. You know, and I was like, word. I was like, that's what's up. And it was just so much going on at that moment. We actually recapped like about, I want to say about 3 weeks ago, or maybe a little bit longer. And he was like, you know, I actually called him and I was like, hey, what's up, man? How's everything going? He was like, you know, good on that end. He was like, I'm gonna be shooting the movie soon, and I do want you to be involved with it. And he was like, but you gotta die though. and I started saying, I was like, yeah, why I gotta die though? You know, but he was like, but you gotta die, but you'll be in the movie. And I was like, that's fine, man. I was like, that's fine. It's fine. Hey, at least I'm in the movie. You know what I mean? And we laughed about it, joked around, and he was supposed to actually get back to me. And unfortunately, you know, this happened. You know, so. You know,
put him right
that
here.
did you know, the situation with him did really suck, you know, for real.
Yo, it's crazy
just
because I did an interview the night before he passed, and I was hitting him up, and he shared the movie Don Hazel, the gangster movie, out on YouTube. Go check it out. And he was sharing it, and I shared it, and I was talking to him the night before. Yo, when I was seeing that on his page, I was getting so angry that I was like, take this down. This is false. Don't be saying stuff that's not true. And then I had my Bible studies, and my eyes were all swollen. My son was with me, and my son got to meet him. And my son's like, is that the old man with the pimping shoes? And yeah, I was like,
Pimping
yeah, my
shoes.
son, it's the one with the pimping shoes. And I was like, yes. He's like, I remember him. He was like your dad. And I just started bawling. And then as soon as I ended my Bible studies, when my phone was blowing up like crazy, and they're like, oh, Jackie, I don't know what to tell you. And I was like, what? And they're like, it's true. I was like, who said that? No, it can't be. And, you know, we lost the legend. And, you know, it stinks because, you know, he was a great guy. He was only 61. 61 is still young. You know what I'm saying? And your brother, he was a great guy too. Rest in peace, Burn. And, you know, I know him as V when he had his store, when they had the store in Malden.
Yeah, oh yeah, you're going way back.
No,
Way.
that's how many years I known them. You know what I'm saying? It's like I used to go to the house when their kids were in diapers, and my heart broke. And I called Melodic. I actually reached out to Melodic when I seen that, because I was like, no, this can't be true, because I remember V reached out to me and said, yo, Jackie, you still in the movies with Dawn? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, all right, cool, we're gonna link up. And I was like, finally, it's been years since Malden. And then, you know, when I seen that and Melodic told me, I was devastated. Like, my heart was broken, you know. And you know, I know that your nephews, these kids are actually, a couple of them are in the music industry, so maybe you guys can manage them and get them out there.
That's what I do. You know, it took, you know, when he first passed away, you know, it took me a little bit of time to grab the throne, you know, grab the torch. This guy Double, one of Vernon's friends, he was like, hey, when you gonna take the torch, you know? And I was like, I'm going to soon. You know, I was going through my grieving situation, but I finally took it, you know, and I do have, you know, his boys as artists. That's what I was saying a little bit earlier with Montana 300, his team, the core, that's his son. And that's he's gonna be dropping out. That's gonna actually be dropping on the 20th.
Okay, awesome.
Days from now. Also, I got another situation with Tay 2 Times. He's really good. He's fire. His music's not out right now, but he is working with a feature with G Nipsey, which is Millie's team.
Okay.
And that's not coming out right now though. It's not coming out right now, but we are working behind the scenes with that situation as well. And as well with Little V, we got some just straight up singles with him directly. That's gonna be coming out shortly too, as well.
That's awesome. I'm glad that, you know, they're carrying on the legacy, and I know that their dad is watching down on them and, you know, helping them, guide them the right way to be around, you know, to get them on that. And salute to you as the uncle. I know you were the favorite uncle when back in the day when they were younger. I remember them all clinging to you. I'm like, who's
Right.
this?
Right.
So that's awesome. I love that. And I know my ex he plays their music too, him and T Talk. So I love that. I love our generation is carrying on the next generation to get them out there where they're supposed to. And that's how we're supposed to. We're not supposed to be selfish. We're supposed to help the younger generation.
Right.
So I
Right.
salute to you doing that. And
And
I'm going to go ahead.
I just want to publicly state this, I actually spoke to Melodic about this. I was telling him, I said, listen, I'll be honest. I said, I'm not even doing this for the money.
Yeah.
I said, I'm not even chasing the money. I said, it comes to the point I'm just chasing the dream,
Yeah.
the vision.
Right.
Yeah.
I was gonna say something about that later on, but go ahead.
Oh, we had so many conversations,
Go ahead.
But yeah, I was like, I'm not even at this point, like I'm not even chasing the money, all that stuff is gonna come in play when, our Heavenly Father blesses us,
Yeah.
with our great work that we're doing. More speak is just chasing the legacy and for Vernon, and also just chasing the dream, the vision,
That's awesome.
what I see. So
Definitely. And I know your brother is proud of you. I know he is. He was a great guy, and I'm proud of you to keep on going.
appreciate that.
Every day. I'm going to ask you this. What is the best advice you've been given in your career?
All right. I would say this. When I talk to Melodic a lot. So I want to start with him. Keep on going. Keep on going. You're doing great.
Word.
Keep on going.
Word.
And also another person, like I was saying about, it took me a little bit of time to even get where I'm at right now. Double, he was like, take the torch. You gotta take it. I know your brother's gone right now, but you gotta take it. And
Yes.
And multiple people actually said that to me, and that's what motivates me is the positive people in the circle around me. Definitely Melodic. He's just he's in my ear. Oh, it's hey yo, do it. All right, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. All right, how's this sound? You know what I mean? And we could, like I said, we'd be on the phone, like, all right, we're gonna talk for like 20 minutes, and it'll be like over 20 minutes, and it wouldn't even matter. It wouldn't even matter. And it's just all love, and he just guides me, in the right direction. I got Melodic that guides me in the right direction. I truly, truly believe, spiritual speaking, God guides me, and my brother's my guidance as well.
Yes.
And then I got my brother over here on earth that guides me as well. So that's my my whole spirit.
They're definitely in good hands. Melodic, I'm really proud of you. Like, I have tears in my eyes because a year ago when I did your interview, I don't know if I met you through Cadillac or if I met you through Beverly Bush. I can't remember, but it was one of you two that introduced me to Melodic. And Melodic, I'm really proud of you because you're making a change for these artists that are younger than us. I don't know. I'm 43. I don't know how old you are, but the artists that you were mentioning, the groups in the beginning, that was my time frame. So I'm thinking you're around my age, but you could be younger. But I'm proud of you.
I'm a little younger.
Okay.
And by the way, you don't look 43. Just
Thank
saying.
you. I appreciate that.
You're
Thank you.
welcome.
I didn't think you was as well.
Thank you. Salute. I appreciate you. I keep God on my side. That's what I do. I keep
Mm.
God. God is
Real.
the savior of a lot of us. And people have to realize, you have to believe in your God first. Because if you don't believe in your God,
Yes.
what path are you gonna go? You're gonna come to a stop. You know what I'm saying? And never give up. Because Melodic, like I was saying, you got a great team here. And I commend you 1000% because you're making a change for the younger generation. And think about these kids. They're younger than these two right here, and that's the next generation underneath them. And we should stop calling you the Godfather because there's a lot of people. No, I'm gonna tell you why. Because you're very spiritual, is why I'm saying it. And two, you're making two different generations: the younger generation than us, and then the generation underneath them. And that's very important nowadays. And how you're positive about the street. You went from the street, now you're a spiritual, and that's important. People don't do that, and that's very important to be in this industry and doing what you're doing. You deserve award on that because you're not about gang banging. You're not talking about that. You're trying to make a difference, and artists don't do that. Very rare. Like I'm talking, we're one of the very rares. You understand? And how you're taking two generations underneath you is very important because that's what we need. We need to do that in this industry. We need to make a difference. And you're doing that. And a year ago, you didn't even have your team. And now you have a team underneath you. And that's major to do. And I commend you.
I always had my team. It's just they wasn't in the limelight because I was focusing on my journey. Because it's like this. I'm climbing up a mountain. And climbing up this mountain, I can't have nobody on my back. Or it's gonna be weight on me. It's gonna pull me down. Okay? Now, my friends can climb with me. Like, come on, let's go. But some might not have the strength. So they're gonna have to go through their lessons before they're gonna have to pump up. You know what I'm saying? Get buffed real quick. So next time they go up to that mountain, they can climb up. Now, once I reach a certain level on that mountain, I could be like, yo, Jay, yo, Cadillac, yo, Classic. I know what y'all need. I got the tools, nigga. Here's some tools, nigga.
Best way
You
to
gonna
start.
you gonna need a rope. Here, take this motherfucking rope, nigga. You gonna need some gloves. You gonna need. Bottom line is, you gonna need some tools to climb that mountain.
Right.
So use them tools, and I'm here to give y'all tools while I'm climbing that mountain. Y'all climbing as well, but I'm only giving y'all the tools. And if y'all get higher than me on that mountain, I'm expecting y'all to hand me the tools as well. Like, yo, bro, you ain't got no tools up there, dog. You ain't got no rope. Throw that motherfucker, man. Shit.
Throw that down.
You looking like you eating lobster every day, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. And it's bringing that same energy to the next generation and the next generation, teaching them so they learn from their experience. Now, I'm at a certain age where all I can do is, if I can give a little, I'll give a little. If I can't give a little, I can't give. Don't be mad at me because I didn't give it to you. I'm gonna find something else to do to give to you, but that takes time.
Right.
So therefore, there'll be different paths on that road, right?
Yes.
You got different labels in the crew. Dead Eyes in the crew. There's different labels. There's different sets. You know what I'm saying? Like what Jay got, Flawless Victory Records.
You got it. Yep.
So he's gonna be, my job would be to show Jay, yo, like this, like this, like this, like this, like this, this. Why? Because he's willing to pay attention. That's the only reason why. It's because he's willing to pay attention. And if he's willing to pay attention and he pays attention, now he got that jewel, he could use that jewel. And then he'll be in charge of growing the kids.
Yes. Yes.
so they can climb that mountain.
That's
Right.
important. That's
Perfect.
awesome.
You
So
nailed that. You nailed
dope.
that. You nailed that for real.
That's
For real.
dope.
How does your city support your music? We'll start with you, Drippy J.
Say that again.
How does your city support your music?
I put it like this. Man, I have so many people that listen to my songs. I even down to going into the club, they listen. They put the tracks on. In Providence, you know, I have people just literally they'll inbox me like, when you gonna drop something else, or when you gonna um do another music video, you know, or they'll screenshot that they're listening to my music and send it to me, and then I'll post it on social media showing others like, oh, okay, people are vibing with this, you know. So in other words, I could tell, you know, for the song Big Drip that I got out right now, um, people are vibing with it, you know, through, I would say from even not just owning my city, you know, everywhere, literally. Like when I go on to my YouTube, I could see exactly, you know, where it's coming. I just Vietnamese, I can't even say that right, but Vietnamese, but the Vietnamese people,
Yeah.
that was a new situation. I was shocked. I was like, whoa,
They're
like,
like, drip, drip.
what? Like, how are they listening? Do they speak English? You know what I mean? But you know, I got, you know, UK that's supporting the situation. A lot of UK is in Canada, Russia, um, even down to Africa. You know, someone
Yep,
commented on there and
yep.
said bumping it, you know, bumping your music all the way in Africa or something like that. They commented on there. So you know, I just listen to the fans and sit back. It's almost like what Melodic said, you know, when he was like, oh, I'm gonna give up, and then he's just sitting back looking at the comments, just looking at it, you know. So I just like
Now,
literally just sit
I said
back and
I'm gonna give up. I said I feel like giving
feel like giving up. Yeah. You know, I just sit back and just observe a lot, you know, on that perspective. And you know, from Providence to Brockton to even Fall River, even Atlanta, um, you know, and in all different, you know, the countries and stuff like that. Uh, I just realized that, you know, I'm doing something. You know, I'm doing
Right.
something.
That's important. What about you, Cadillac? And then we'll go to Melodic.
Well, like the songs that I got right. Well, you know, like the first song that I did with you know, Don Hazel, that My Sunshine that I got on YouTube. That's like the first visual that I really did, you know. And he kind of pressed. I wasn't really done with that song, but he kind of him being as a like a director and him looking inside, he's like, you know what, let's get that out. He's like, you know, people's going to look at it. People's going to see how it is. They're going to see it for themselves. So when I popped that out on YouTube and I seen the comments, it was just like, I wasn't really expecting, you know, some people in Boston to like it. Because, you know, they say like, you know, you do music, certain people is not going to like it, but some people will. But the more you go out, it's just you'd be surprised on really who mess with your music, you know. So it's like that's how I kind of looked at it. I got I was interviewed by Tyrese Gibson's sister,
Shauna.
Shantae
Yeah.
Gibson, and you know, she was like, "Oh man," she's like, "Everybody's loving your song down here." I'm like, "For real?" I'm like, I wasn't really expecting, you know, expecting people all the way to Houston and Texas and stuff, you know, to be playing that song. So me getting the feedback from that, it kept me, you know, wanting to do more, you know. And I got an unreleased track that I got with Don Hazel that I'm gonna release really soon and stuff, you know.
We gotta talk.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah. That's dope. That's dope. You know, sometimes you don't get the love from your own city. And I realized that myself, you know, you got to go outside of your city or your state
Yeah.
sometimes. And, you know, it's sad, but, you know, when they see you out there, they're going to be like, damn, I should have supported him when he was
Right,
local. You know what I'm
right.
saying? And, you know, toodles to them. That's all you can say is toodles to them, because you know they should have supported you and stuck by you through thick and thin, during your downfall, your upfall, whatever the case may be. That's a real loyalty
Facts.
friend. You know what I'm saying? And I always said to you, you need to be around the right people. I always said that to you, Cadillac.
Yeah, always said it. Always said it. It been hard. Like it took me a long time to really realize a lot of, like, you know, we all educate. We got to educate ourselves somewhere somehow, you
Right.
know. And the ones that really want to get educated, they be the ones that pay attention to, you know, all of the lessons that's being said. Even though if they might not like it at that particular time, later on down the road they're gonna see, wow, now I see what this person been
Yeah.
talking about a long
It
time.
gets
you
a
know?
little foggy sometimes in the beginning, but once you have that once you have that spiritual bath, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Everything becomes clear.
Fact.
Absolutely. Facts.
How
Facts.
about you, Melodic? How does your city react to your music?
Oh, it started with Dead Eyes. That's how it started. I was just playing my position as one of the artists in Dead Eyes. And we used to do our thing in high school. Like I said, I was classic. We used to go to his crib, you know, and he had like a little studio type thing on the computer, and then we would record it. You know what I'm saying? That's where it really started. And then we just,
Every single day. Oh, I can't even count how many songs we done. Like we would bang out like mixtapes in a day. Like
for real.
we had so many people with us that, you know what I mean? You drop a verse and he drop a verse, yo, it'd be like mad of us.
It was like 20 deep, if I could count.
Every single day, like it was ridiculous.
So it was like every single day we're at his house recording, making music, and then we're in high school, so we'll go to the high school with the Dead Eyes t-shirts on and sell CDs in school. And then the people in school, we became popular because of the music. You know what I'm saying? And then we started. Rough Riders and Bad Boys came to the city, Brockton. It was at the fairground. We performed there. Remember that?
Yeah, the car show.
Yeah, the car show.
Yeah.
We performed there, and then it was just like, man, the pussy just went up.
Hey.
For real.
Went up 60%.
So we became popular at that time just by doing so we just kept doing it. I'm like, yo, let's keep doing music, because I used to play basketball. You know what I'm saying? I used to do the sports thing, and then but I always loved music, always, you know. And so I would say my city. Then I did a solo project under the name Crazy Soldier. Under the name Crazy Soldier.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
Nah, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna redo that over though. But I don't give a fuck. The project that
right now, I'm bad.
Huh?
I said I'm exposing too much.
Nah, yeah, kind of, but it's cool. It's cool. Chief told me to redo that album. Chief told me to redo it, so I'm gonna redo it. I'm gonna redo it just like how back in the days. But the project Ghost Town, I took that.
Oh yeah.
I took that with Vernon. Rest in peace to Vernon. We took that project, and he started bringing me everywhere. Like he started bringing me to New York. He started bringing me to well, in New York, Bad Boys. We was affiliating with Bad Boys and doing things with them over there. I opened up for Jada Kids back in the days. Like it was, we was doing crazy things. And then Connecticut, Massachusetts, New Jersey. I made $20,000. You know what I'm saying? Off that. Yeah. To me, it was like a lot. But
Hell yeah.
But if you think about it, it's re-ing up on the album twice. Because you're gonna buy 1,000 CDs, then you're gonna get rid of that. $10, 10 times 1,000 is 10,000, and then you re-up again and do it again. That's 20,000.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Then you go buy a car or whatever. You go buy a Jeep or whatever, stuff like that. You pay your bills or whatever, stuff like that. Then it's gone.
Some little bling bling.
Then it's gone. So now what you learn is, okay, I should invest that, put that money in something that's gonna make me more money, like real estate.
Real.
You know what I'm saying? Like real estate, properties.
Exactly.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Right now, my father's getting into buying land. Well, he already buy land, but that's overseas. But he's talking about buying land here.
That's awesome.
And of course, I dibble dabble in there, whatever, you know what I'm saying, and get my end. So that's where my mind's at right now, as far as making that bread. So I would say most of the love, New England. But Chicago showed me love too. Chicago showed me lots of love. Like I was with Loud Money Music Group. I did some things with Smokey the Bandit and Empty Soul. You know, like when I get little chances, I would go visit Smokey and chill with him, break bread here and there. But I'm a home guy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not really like I already did the out there and all that. I'm not trying to repeat that cycle. So I wouldn't go every single day and thug it. You know what I'm saying? But I would go and kick it and shit like that. And, you know, just vibe and build. But the business minded wouldn't stop, even though I'm in Chicago living with my wife and my wife wants to do the regular things, right? But I'm bored. And I want to do music, you know what I'm saying? So I hooked up with Loud Money Music Group. Megastar started putting me in clubs, started building me out there. We opened up for Twister in Memphis with Seven Sign Jarrell.
Remember that?
Yeah, Jay and OG flew all the way to Memphis to go see me. That was love, you know. So Chicago showed me a lot of love too. Not just Chicago, but Jay forgot to mention when he was part of the Deadeye Street team before he was rapping, he was going to Florida, ATL, North Carolina, giving away my CDs and merch. So
dope shit.
Yeah.
I wonder if I had your CDs back in the day, because when I was with V in Malden, when they had the store, they gave me CDs when I went to Vegas with DZ. So I wonder if I had your CDs when I went out there. Well, we had a whole suitcase full of CDs from New England.
Probably when they had the store in Malden, he wasn't my booking agent. He was just my my friend from the streets.
Okay.
But when he moved to Quincy, that's when he hit me up. Basically the whole Deadeyes. He hit up the whole Deadeyes and it was like, yo, I want to book y'all. We have this thing going on, stuff like that. He already did stuff with like Fat Joe and Terror Squad and stuff like that. So
that's true.
So Deadeyes didn't sign, but I signed. You know what I'm saying? I signed first, and if everything went good, then Deadeyes would have came in. But Deadeyes never signed with TMV bookings. Bookings, because they had different businesses. They had the store, they had the booking, they had the label. That it was TNV, Tatiana and Vernon. Entertainment.
Right. Yeah. Wow, man.
Yeah.
Memory.
But yeah, I would say New England.
That's awesome. I like I'm sorry, what is your the gentleman next to you, Trippy J?
Oh, Classic.
I know Classic from shows. I know him from Brockton, from Progressions.
Yeah.
Oh, for real. You remember Stu Cat? Do you remember Stu Cat?
I can't really think of, I don't know, probably by face.
He's from Atlanta, but I used to manage him back in the day when TMV was around. I had my own Massive Hustle Records. I was the manager of that record label. And
Word.
I remember you at Progressions. You used to, I don't know if you were performing, but you were there all the time. And
Yeah, I used to perform like every week there.
yeah, I used to go every Tuesdays there with my artists
Yeah,
from
Melodic
here.
too. We used to be there. We used to go there, perform.
Yeah.
Songs. We
All
gotta do
world, yo,
something.
that's awesome. I'm glad you know you're doing your thing still in
Yo.
the music industry, and that's awesome.
We used
Yo,
to just,
remember
we used to
Progression? I
just
remember
record
that
a
place.
song just to do it that week at Progression. Like, all right, yo, what we gonna do next week? I don't know. Let's record something new. Fuck it. Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome. Salute to you. I'm proud of you. Keep on going. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah.
you
Thank you.
know, it's hard. It really is hard. And you know, if, I haven't seen you since 2008 too. That's and not to see you now, I mean, that's love, you know what I'm saying? And you're from New England. And I love to see people back when I started in the industry and now to see how they've grown and like, you know, it's, I love that. I commend you. Keep on going, especially, you know,
Appreciate it.
Melodic. Now I gotta look for those pictures from Progression to see if I see Castro. He was part of he used to be at Progressions all the time. Sandra Castro.
Yep.
He used to be out there all the time.
That's
So
my
that's
peoples. Crooks. Those are my people.
yeah,
Oh, I know what
yeah.
you're talking about. I know what you're talking
Like,
about.
for real, like you see how like the energy is. That's awesome. So definitely keep on going. I hope to see you in person, and if you ever need an interview, I got you.
All right, thank you. Appreciate
You're
that.
very
I
you're
got
very
stuff.
welcome.
I got stuff coming real soon too. Some
Yeah,
fire.
link me.
Fire
I'm
coming.
international now, so we're not just local. I'm international, the Iccy Show. So I got you covered, definitely.
Word. That's what's up. I appreciate that.
You're very welcome, sir. So I'm gonna ask one more question and then give you know, where they can find you, and if there's any shout out you want to give, we'll start with Melodic and we'll go to Trippy J and then we'll go to Cadillac. So if you didn't become a musician, what would you have became?
Well,
Or did you always see yourself being in the
I always
in
saw
this?
myself doing music. But as a backup, I do have a CDL license. I went to school for that. So I do have a CDL license. I basically drive trucks and make
Yeah,
deliveries and to keep America running. You know what I'm saying? So I make sure, even through the pandemic, I was out there making deliveries with the mask, of course. You know what I'm saying? But that's my backup. They both generate money, so I do both. Of course, the CDL pays a lot more right now, but if I keep going towards the future, the music will pay more than the CDL, and that can be as it was supposed to. But I like to say this, like, to everybody that's doing the music, don't force nothing. Don't stress trying to make it. You know, get yourself to a level where you're comfortable and chill. You can keep going, but don't don't lose yourself.
Yeah, take yourself off of
Right.
focus. Take yourself off
You know
the
what I'm
track
saying?
and stuff.
Have fun while you're doing it, and that's what I'm doing. I've already made it.
Facts.
If I show y'all my crib, I'm happy. My wife, me, you know, I'm happy, and I'm just having fun with it and bringing my peoples with me, and whoever wants to come with me, let's go. Hopefully one of y'all make it bigger.
yeah,
And that's always been the plan for Dead Eyes. That's why
awesome.
that's why we was 20 deeps back in the day. It's always been the plan. And it's to help the next person. But don't lose yourself while you're climbing that mountain. Stay focused and have fun while doing it.
Facts. That's important. That's really important. Have you ever gotten an award, Melodic?
I never got an award.
So many great talent from New England. That's what makes me upset, is because there's so much great talent like yourself, Melodic, and hasn't gotten an award. And there's certain artists that just come out and they've gotten awards, but you haven't seen them put the work in like ourselves for years in the industry. You know what I'm saying? And that bothers me because I really feel in my heart that you deserve an award, you know?
It's getting to a level that I haven't got to yet. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I might make a couple of thousands and stuff like that, but I'm not at a level, like, I'm not at a level, I guess, I'm assuming, you know what I'm saying? I'm assuming. I don't know why, I don't question why, I look at it like whatever, you know what I'm saying? I'm still getting bread, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Each artist that records with me,
Oh, that's nice.
I give them an award. I give them,
Yo, that's nice. That's nice.
you know what I'm saying? Each artist that records with me, I give them a plaque to motivate them to keep doing it. I give them an album. They can look at it like, oh my God, I just made an album.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it got a barcode. Okay. And it motivates them to keep going.
Yes, that's important. And we need more people like you. And especially, you know, I feel special doing your interview right now because that's important to have. And, you know, that is a big motivation to see that plaque. And they be like, oh my God, I got that. I can get something bigger. But you deserve something like that. And anybody that's watching that does, you know, that does award shows, Melodic, I recommend him getting an award. And I know some people that are watching on here that does do award shows, and you know, you really got to look in your own city. Melodic has put work in. He's a motivation for the younger generation, as what you could just see. And look at that. He doesn't even get an award for himself. He gives awards out, and that's important. Look at that right there. Look at that. And you know, Melodic, I'm gonna nominate you anytime I see when I'm in New York and they're doing an award show. I'm gonna put your name out there because you well deserve it.
Thank you.
So Bev, I know you watching right now, and I know you got connects in the industry. He deserves it. So she's saying it too. Definitely deserves an award. So hopefully you get one. Make sure you call me if you get one and I didn't see the post. Yo, Jackie, I did it. I got it. You know what I'm saying? You need that. You know, you deserve it. You well deserve it. 1,000%.
Thanks.
So
if you can make it to any shows, I got you. You can come in. You know what I'm saying? Any one of my shows.
Okay, I hope so. I just don't have a ride right now. But if someone's willing to pick me up, I will be there. Trust me, I will be there. I'll be the one yelling, "Go Melodic! Woo!" I'm one. The Cadillac knows how I get turned up in the audience.
For real.
I know it screams. Like I love to, I don't know. I'm about music. I like that vibe, but I also like to, you know, let the artist know that, you know, we're paying attention to you. Like, you know, be loud there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, get turned up.
How about this? If you available on the 27th, I got you because I'm getting the rental.
Oh, pick me up, Cadillac. You know where I live.
If you on the 27th, if you free, I got you because I'll be in the rental.
Yeah, pick me up. Pick me up. I'm down for it. Pick me up.
No bullshit.
Pick me up. You
For
know
real.
where I live, Cadillac.
I got a couple of people already. That I'm scooping up, so I got you.
All right, cool. I'm definitely gonna hold you on to that because I want to go.
Word.
All right, Melodic, let them know where they can find you. Let them know if they want to book you for a show, and then we're gonna go to Drippy J, and then we'll go to Cadillac.
All right, so www.melodicearthlygoods.com. You can go to that website and you can book me on there. You can peep all the Dead Eyes members on there. You can actually click on the Dead Eyes members' name that's active right now, and it'll bring you straight to one of their songs, and then you can check them out from there. You can also buy merchandises on there. Melodic Earthly Goods is going to eventually become a storefront where you can come to the store and purchase different things like crystals. If you need a readings, I know a lot of people are into the readings. We got people that can give you readings. I do readings as well, spiritual readings. You know what I'm saying? But I don't do it as a business. You know what I'm saying? But I might as well use my gifts and give people readings in that way. That's another thing they can do there. They can buy T-shirts there. They can actually get their T-shirt customized with us right
Oh,
now. Powered by Seven Squirrels, Squirrels Inc. So, and then in the back of that storefront, we're gonna have the Dead Eyez studio where all the Dead Eyez members can just come in and record.
that's awesome. I love that. I love
Good.
that. That's really great. And tag me anything what you got going on, you know, just tag me, and I'll tell my promotion, let that go through on my page. I don't let everyone's promotion come on, but you know, yours and your team, I definitely got you, because that's motivation to the young generation, and I'm about that. That's why I do what I do.
Cool.
So salute to you, Melodic. I
Good
appreciate
shit.
you coming on the Iccy Show again, and I look forward to seeing you at your show. And also, anytime you need an interview, just holler at me. I got you 1000%.
Bless, appreciate it.
Thank you. So, Drippy J,
Hey,
how
what's up,
about
bro?
you? Did you ever see yourself being becoming an artist when you were younger, or?
See, the thing about it, I always wanted to be an actor.
Oh wow.
That was one of my things, to be an actor. And you know, I always had like the music situation because of my brother. Always been behind the scenes, always was helping, hands on. You know, also with the Dead Eyez street team, promoting, going from Florida, going to all different coasts. You know, just promoting wise and just putting, you know, helping putting things together. Um, but as an artist, I mean, it feels great. It feels great to be an artist, to be honest. You know, it definitely feels great. I truly believe that I made the right decision to focus on what I'm doing now.
Definitely.
Like I said, you know, the greatest thing like Project Pat right now that we're currently um, dealing with. Um, and I want to actually announce I might, not even I might, I'm lying to you guys if I say I might. I'm going to.
Okay.
Work to the next level with his brother, Juicy J.
Okay. Okay.
We did
Good.
speak about that
Hey.
behind the scenes when we was doing the music video and stuff like that. When we cut, you know how the music video we stop for a second, then do it a retake. But before we did the retake, I was telling him, I was like, hey, you know, what's up with Juicy J? You know, and then he started smirking when he was like, hey, we'll work something out, you know. So you know, as an artist, like I enjoy it. Like, you know, it's fun. It's fun, you know. It's definitely fun. Like Melodic said, it's definitely, you know, a fun situation. You know, it could get stressful at times and
Right.
overwhelming, definitely
Right.
overwhelming.
Yeah.
You know, but it's a good thing, though. You know.
Definitely. And you know, anybody that's watching, because I'm in after being in Don Hazel, the gangster movie, I'm in a couple of actually web series and movies. I'm actually filming in Texas. So anybody that's tuning in now that needs an extra actor, link with Drippy J over here. He's willing to be an actor. So hopefully someone will contact you on that too, because I would like to see you succeed on, you know, what you wanted to be. Also, you know, in the industry, so you're gonna bump into someone that's doing a local movie or documentaries, a lot of documentaries. You could even do a documentary of yourself, you know, how you
Right,
started in the back and where you are now, and have
right,
you know, who you want in it. And you know, Melodic, I would like to see a documentary on YouTube, because
Yeah.
you're a motivation, and we
yeah,
need real people like you guys that been through the streets, been through the mud, been through this, been through that, and now is climbing the tree. And you
right.
know, that's important. And you, maybe you guys could do it like, you know, I don't know who does your video photography over there, but maybe you could hire someone, you know, to do a documentary of you, Melodic, one of you, Drippy J. Cadillac, I know that are you an actor too in the movie?
Yeah, I'm. You know, me. I'm try to get in my little model thing and
I
stuff,
know
you
you're
know,
doing that.
my
So
little acting. I'm still trying to get back into my acting thing, you know, and that's, you know, I'm just, it's, I got multiple things that I'm trying to proceed in life, you know, and I'm trying to make it all happen as well and stuff, you know, and just keep believing in God and, you know, keep having that good faith and having that good spirit. Definitely gonna make it happen.
definitely.
Could I just say something real quick to you?
Sure, sure.
How, like, you know, I like how you say believe in God. It just remind me of a scripture, you know, if you believe, you receive wherever you ask in prayer, you know, I just wanted to share that with you. You know, it
That's
just
important.
came to
Yeah, I
me.
appreciate that, for real.
Definitely.
That's definitely for real, bro.
Definitely.
Word.
Drippy J, let them know all your information, where they can find you, if they want to book you, all that.
All right. For booking situation at the moment, I would say holla at Melodic. I'm sorry, my bad. But holla at him. You know, go to his website, holla at him directly as of right now. Also, one second, guys. Sorry about that. Also, if you want to find me on Instagram, Drippy J, I'm going to spell it all out for you guys. DRIPPY_JAY, 2 X's. You could find that on YouTube. If you see, because there's a couple things that come up on YouTube when you do that. I come up directly, but it's a couple other things that my people was pushing out for me. You'll see my YouTube, it would be the highest views. Right now, it hit 13K. So it was supposed to be really 14, but YouTube, I swear, is hating on me. I swear. It was 14K like the other day, but it went down to like 13. But anyways, you can find that same way, Drippy J, DRIPPY_JAY, 2 X's on YouTube. And for my Facebook, JAY and then REAL, I am going to be changing that very shortly to just directly Drippy J. And you could also find my group 100 Talk only. And I post a lot of my music and my artists' music on there as well. And I allow artists to post their stuff on there as well for promotion.
Okay, is there any shout outs you would like to give?
I want to give a shout out to my brother over here in the right hand corner. You know, he, you know, definitely for real, honestly, is a really good guy. You know, he motivates me in so many ways. You know, even if it's not even talking about the music, just in general. You know, and I also want to give shout out to you know, the man above. Because he's, you know, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be even dealing with the people I'm dealing with right now, literally, you know what I mean? And I do want to give a shout out to my brother, Vernon, and I want to give a shout out to you guys too, you know, letting me up on here.
Thank you.
And you know, my moms and stuff like that, you know.
G Mama.
Yeah, my mom's, you know, G Mama, I definitely gotta give a shout out to her, my father, you know, everybody that you know, supports me, you know, I you know, I love that, you know what I mean? Because it's all about support, and I just wanted to, I know it's going a little bit off subject, but remember earlier you was like, you know, certain people in the town just doesn't really like support like that, you know, and it's unfortunately it's sad that it you know, some people, you know, don't do support you, but on the flip side, you know, the people do support you, you know. I personally, you know, don't ever forget that, you know what I mean? And when I do eventually make it to the higher level, I am gonna come back and, you know, bless people, you know. And my main goal, and I just want to share this with one other thing. My main goal, and when I'm on that proper level that I could do so, matter of fact, I'm gonna keep that a secret. I gotta keep that a secret because I can't say that. That's a little bit too much. I can't say that because I don't want no one to take it yet. But
Don't put it out there. There's a lot of dick riding, excuse my French, but there is a lot of dick riding. And if you have a good idea, I had to learn the hard way. And
Moving
keep it
silence.
yourself and above your team, because you don't want no one taking it, and someone will try to do that. So until you really ready to do it, then don't say it. Keep it to yourself, because you're a good person. You know what I'm saying? And I want to hear it, but I don't want no one to turn around and take your idea. And I know someone will, because you have some great ideas. So when you're ready, I got you with another interview anytime you want. Any of you guys, all love. I love to see people succeed, especially coming from New England. We got to stick together, and it's hard to do in this industry, and I commend you 1000%. Melodic, I didn't ask you any shout outs. Do you want to give any shout outs before we go to Cadillac?
Shout out to Father. I share. Without Father, no, man, he's done so much blessings, so much. I always thank him every day. Every day. I thank him every day. And shout out to the guys, the whole crew. Shout out to you, Jackie. Thank you for having me on your platform.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Classic. Miss you, bro.
Classic.
Always love.
Still on the lot.
I miss you,
brother. We're gonna get it popping.
Who's that, Lil V?
Yeah, that's a little bit.
What a Lil V?
What's going
Oh
on?
my goodness.
You got so big. Wow. Oh my God. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. I don't think you remember me. You were in diapers the last time I seen you. So
He wouldn't remember.
nah, he wouldn't remember, but I used to be at your house all the time. So
in Weymouth?
No, Malden. In Malden.
Oh, Malden. I remember Malden. I don't remember everybody that was there though.
When they had the store, I used to be there all the time.
I used to be in the back watching Rush Hour. I remember.
Oh wow! So it's nice to see you. I'm glad what you're doing. You keep on going. Don't let no one stop you. You're the younger generation, and anytime you want to interview, tell your uncle to get in touch with me, and I got you 1000%. Okay?
Yeah, for sure. We're gonna have to get one. I remember my dad put me in my first interview ever. So
yeah.
Like I remember, just him telling me, let it flow, just do you. Don't let nobody tell you can't do it, because don't let nobody tell you don't got what it takes, because you two different people. How they gonna tell you what you got, because they don't know what you got? Come on. So I just been just trying to, just do me, man.
Not even trying, you're doing it. You're doing it. Not even trying.
Yeah, for sure.
Bless.
Blessings.
And I know your mom. I know your mom's in you.
Oh yeah, my mom. I was just talking to my mom. I live my parents. I feel like I got 50-50 in my parents. My dad side come on sometime. My mom's side come on sometime. I swear to God. And I look exactly like my mom. It's just
yes, you do. Oh my God! I'm looking at you. I'm like, oh my God! I remember you guys when you were younger, and I have tears in my eyes because it's been so many
crazy.
years.
No, crazy. What, bro? Crazy classic.
That was my thing back in the day. Crazy. So when he said crazy, when he says crazy, he's talking about that was my name back in the days. So it's Melodic.
Yeah, that was Melodic. Oh, my fault.
Melodic. Okay, I thought you were talking about classic over there. Okay.
Nah, I gotta respect the new Melodic, but when I was younger, it was and then they had this song, and I used to watch it all the time, and I still go back to it every now and then. It was like they had the whole team, they had the whole whatever.
Wolfgang?
Yeah, it was called Wolfgang.
Wolfgang.
And it was like
Bro.
all black Dickies, 3-stripe shoes. That used to be my favorite line. I was just like, damn, my dad, bro, my dad's he had studios set up in bathrooms, living rooms, freaking bedrooms, anywhere. Set it up anywhere. Everywhere we went, there was a studio set up. So it just got me in this craft. I remember my dad used to have us. He wouldn't let us go to sleep without writing a song. He'd be like, you can't, you want to stay up playing a video game? You gotta write a song before you go to sleep. And then it was assignments. We end up being homework. And then if that was if we wanted to do it, my other brother Shakur, he just started rapping 2 years ago. He was doing the beats and stuff like that. So it's if we wanted to do it, that was one thing about my dad. I'd have a bunch of songs recorded, and if I ain't want to do the music, he wasn't pushing me, because he wasn't pushing if I'm not pushing myself. So.
Yeah. That's keep up going. I know my kid's father, he interviewed you. DZ, you remember DZ?
What happened?
DZ, do you remember DZ? Does that
DZ
sound
the
familiar?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I know he's pushing for you too. So
I appreciate all the
you
love.
know, my son, he's 11, and I'm getting him into like co-hosting with my Bible studies. But I like seeing you now. You're a grown man, and I'm crying over here because you know I was meeting when you were younger, and I'm like, oh my God, you know, keep on going. And if you ever need you know, an interview, I got you. Tell your mom. Your mom knows me really well, so she'll get in touch with me. And uncle, he knows how to get in touch with me. Keep on going. You're the future. Always remember, you're the future. And don't let no one stop you. There's going to be jealous people of you succeeding, but you got this, and you will get there. Trust me and believe. You will get there. You came a long way.
So I appreciate that for sure, and I appreciate everybody in this live. I don't know who's in the bottom left, but I was gonna say
Cadillac.
So good Cadillac.
Salute you, bro.
Appreciate Melodic for sure. You already know how we coming, man. It's deeper than music.
You already know,
For real.
bro. Keep on the grind, man. Keep the grind
Definitely.
up, bro.
For real.
Nice to see you again, and I look forward to seeing you again, sir.
Yeah, for sure. And look out for the blessings coming soon with you know, Project Pat. So I just wanted to let y'all know about that. So
Is you in Project Pat?
Yeah. It's me, the core, V, and Classic and Project Pat.
Wow, that's awesome.
Dope
That's
shit.
awesome.
Dope
That's
shit.
really good.
And the crazy thing about it, right? So when let me just say this really quick. The crazy thing about it, right? Timing was so like, cause it was just timing was like a little bit off. We was a little running behind or whatnot. Now let me cut it to the long story short. Now, when we finally got there, and the meetup spot and all that, I'm calling him. I mean, I called him. He was like, "Hey, what's up?" You know, and he was like, "Man, damn, we on press time right now. We only got 30 minutes, man." So, and then when we actually directly met, his manager was like, "Damn, man, we only got 20 minutes, right?" So, the vibe and the energy. Hold up, the vibe and the energy of the song and just in general was greater than all. And I'll tell you this, guys, we was kicking the wheel well over an hour. And he even said, he's like, I got somewhere to go and I'm late, but hold up. You know what I mean? So it was a great, you know, that was a great feeling. You know, that was an awesome feeling, actually, should I say.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's really good. And keep on going, Drippy J, especially being the uncle, you know what I'm saying? You're doing a good thing, and I know they look up to you a lot. And I salute to you. I know it's hard sometimes, but you always been in their life. I remember you with the Jeep.
The Jeep, oh, the black Jeep. The black Jeep.
I don't remember the black Jeep.
Damn, that's way back. Way back. Yeah.
I'm glad I got to connect to you. I'm glad like I get to have you back, you know, and I look forward to, you know, interviewing many more times. And Melodic, I thank you. I believe this was God above and our saint above, you know, making us connect. Especially Melodic, I've done your interview, but I haven't seen this man since 2008, 2007, and years, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like like the old days, for real. So it's good to see you again.
It's
and
a small world.
Yeah, and seeing B's son, oh my God.
Everything's divine. Everything's divine.
Yes, I believe
everything
that.
happened for a reason.
Divine timing, man.
I was 5 the last time you seen us.
Yes. How old is he now? How old is he?
I'm 18 years old.
18.
Oh my God.
19 in May.
Yo.
Teen? Oh my God. You're not a baby no more. I remember when you were in diapers.
Hey, yo, check it out. Check it out. Y'all need to come to the studio and come record. I got something for y'all.
Yes, sir. Soon as hey, listen, soon as we get back in the city, you know, I'm gonna be here for another day or two, and then we're heading back. Excuse me, heading back home.
Aren't,
I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna call you, and we're gonna set something up for real, for real.
Mind if I
all right.
special?
Aren't you going to
Safe.
Chicago though?
Huh?
Aren't you going to Chicago?
Yes. Now, I know, the 21st, I believe. I don't got my book with me right now, but I believe the 21st, I'm going to Chicago to do the music video with my
We'll move
tennis
it.
people.
We'll move it to February.
Okay. Okay. Sounds good.
Cool.
Yeah, because I think I was like, I remember when we was talking on the phone, you was like, you look like you're pretty booked up.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? 'Cause
I am.
say that again.
You are too. You are too.
That's why I was saying both of us. Yeah. Yeah. So I think yeah, February will be a lot more better. And we definitely got to get it, do it. You know what I mean? Music video and all.
Bring the kids. Bring Classic if he wants to come too.
You already know I'll be there.
I got something to show
I'll be
you.
there.
All right,
Yeah.
cool.
You want to spit something real quick, little V?
Yeah. I said I just coming up with this. So I was walking down the street looking at the buildings. I was like, I'm out in ATL. I said I'm out in ATL chasing dreams, and you know I came here with my team. I showed you my plan, you ain't believe. Now you sitting back wondering why I leave, and I'm just focusing on the flow. Oh. You already know, I'm out here chasing my goals with the Fords and we on the road. My body, you know that we never stopping. In my city, all these bodies is dropping. And I'm in the crib and I'm just watching how my family and my bros, they got my back, and you know I'm never turning back. No. I said my friends turn to felons. I said why? Damn, you used to be my guy. You know that sometimes that make me cry, but then I'm like, no, I gotta live life, and I gotta, and this shit is not a disguise. And you know, I had a lot of say. My dad told me let it flow like the ocean. Now I'm put in motion, and I'm never sipping on the potion. Rub it in like some lotion.
Ooh.
I'm never
Okay.
reloading.
Don't give them too much. Don't give them
Okay.
too much. Don't give them
Stop.
too much. Yeah, freestyle.
Okay then.
Yo, that's awesome. I love to see that. Oh my God.
Okay then.
Yeah,
That
that was
Okay
slick.
then.
The little shit that was
awesome.
slick.
Really. That's really
Dope shit.
Melodic. You got to get him in that studio for
Oh
real.
yeah, definitely. February's going down.
All right, cool. Safe travels, you guys, when you're coming back. You know, I don't know if you're driving or what, but safe travels to all of you in the vehicle. And, you know, God bless you all. For real.
Definitely.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Definitely.
Melodic, you gave all your shout outs that you wanted to?
Yes. Pretty much. Shout out to Father. Shout out to Deadeye. Shout out to the Iccy Showw.
Thank you.
More blessings be upon 2022 and the next years to come, and so on and so forth.
Amen to that. Amen. Definitely. Cadillac, it's your turn. So
Yes, sir.
did you ever think you were going to be an artist or when you were younger?
I always, like, growing up, I always had that feeling in music. Like, my father used to always, I always wanted to be one of those outside boys. So my father used to, instead of putting me on punishment, he used to put me in the room and he used to have me listen to Bone Thugs and Harmony. And I couldn't come out of my room until I gave him at least a sentence on what they were saying. So it was been a little practice for me. It's been like, I'm like, damn, I want to do it so bad. And I just kept having like one of those, you have one of those moments to yourself and you start mumbling words in your head and start creating things. That's how I started. And from there on, it's like I always see myself doing it big. Like, I know it wasn't going to be me just doing the music right there. Like Melodic said, you got to climb up. You got to have steps to get to a certain level. So I started doing cooking, doing my little chef thing for about like 7 years. Got into that, and then I branched off, did my little construction with my pops. Did that for like 14 years. Got my feet wet, and I just some reason it was just like I was always freestyling with my brother before my stepbrother passed away. Always freestyle. We just roll up a couple, pop a couple of bottles, toss one in the air, and we used to just do our thing. And when he passed, it was just like kind of stopped it for a while. Like I didn't really have that feeling of doing music anymore. So I had to stop that because I always said to myself, if he was here, he would tell me, why would I stop doing music? Keep doing music. Why would I just keep on going? Just because he's not here physically, that doesn't mean he's not here mentally and spiritually.
Right.
Just keep on going and stuff, So that's what kind of got me back into doing the music. And, I started a little group, and, that didn't work out. So, I went solo. I always say, if one don't work out, you go to the plan B. So they got a lot of alphabets, a lot of letters in the alphabet. So, and, by running into Melodic, was an extra blessing and stuff.
We met.
Having the opportunity to, do a song with
Where
him.
did we meet?
Actually, when I met him, he was at the show with Busy. We was in New Hampshire. We was in Club Cloud 9. We was at Cloud 9 and stuff. That was my first time when I seen him. I was like, wow, So God works in mysterious ways. Blessings comes, to those who's really trying to get to those blessings. And I'm one of those blessings that's trying to keep pushing forward. And these artists nowadays, especially the young generation, just keep it pushing, man. It's just a lot of hatred. A lot of people's going to sit there, going to tell you you can't do it, but only you know that you can do it. Only you know that you can do it. Other people, angels, best believe. Oh yeah, they'll see it. They'll see it.
Yes, definitely. And I know you. I remember being on set with you. You come with the big bottle. Yo, you phenomenal. Bottles, I must say, you're phenomenal for that.
Yeah.
Can I rebuttal on that real quick?
Yes.
I feel like go big or go home.
Yes.
I just had to say that real quick.
Facts.
I've done shows where like I opened up for Snoop Dogg, right? And my niggas Block Dwellers was there. I didn't know they were there. So I'm in the VIP section. And I'll go to the bar because the waitress is taking too long to come with my drinks, to order drinks. Like I want drinks, I want bottle and all that, right? So I seen Block Dwellers. They're from Brockton, right? They're a group from Brockton. I seen Block Dwellers when I went to the bar, and I'm like, what are y'all doing over here? They was like, what do you mean? We came to come watch the show. I'm like, nah, fuck that. Y'all coming with me back here. So they came. I'm like that. If I see somebody I know and I don't know, it's like a calling. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
Like you need to come over here. And I just bought a whole bunch of bottles and man, it just turned out to be a great night. When you said the whole bottle thing, that's what that reminded me.
Yeah, man.
I remember. I will always remember Cadillac phenomenal because I remember I was having a bad day. We're on set. It's a summer day and. Yo, Cadillac popped up. He had a big bottle of champagne, like a big ass bottle.
We were fucked.
I need to sip that right now. I don't care. And he's like, "You do? You don't even drink." I'm like, "I'm sipping today."
Cadillac bought me a bottle for my birthday. It was one of them expensive bottles too.
Yeah, that Dom thing.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, salute to
yeah. That shit was, oh man, that was one of the best nights. That was actually, oh man, that was the best
birthday
night. Yo, we was lit. Yeah. That shit was
Cadillac.
lit. That birthday bash.
Cadillac,
Yeah,
we had an
hell yeah.
Airbnb, so we had Dead Eyes in there, like some of the Dead Eyes members, Simone, I don't remember everybody that was there, but we was deep in the house, and I told Cadillac, yo, come to the crib. He heard,
Yes.
he was with a
Hell
shorty
yeah.
too. He was with a shorty too.
Yo, me and my shorty went to, yo, that shit was packed. Yo,
Yeah, that was on
That's
my birthday. That was on my birthday.
that shit was a
It was last
yeah,
year.
on your birthday because I was supposed to go.
That was
Last
last year. Yeah, that was
year,
actually
yeah.
last
Yep.
year. Yep, that was last year. That was a fucking night
Yeah.
to remember.
That
Oh,
shit was
man.
lit.
That shit I would never forget that night, yo. That shit was
Yep,
awesome.
yep.
Cadillac, give shout outs to anybody you want to.
Actually, you know, I want to give a shout out to everybody that's in this live right here. As first and foremost, you know, definitely want to give my upper praise to God and stuff, you know, and you know, the shout outs to the ones that's not here, you know, with us, and you know, the ones that's trying to get to that level, you know, my prayers and you know, my spirit is definitely with that 100%, you know, because at the end of the day, I want to see all my people grow. You know, I don't want to see my people down low and all that stuff. There's too many of that right now. You know, I want to see my people uplifted, doing a lot of things, doing, you know, following their dreams and their footsteps, you know. And so, you know, all the seven sign, you know, all the Dead Eyes, all the Mo Thugs, Bone Thugs, you know, salute to everybody, man. That's, you know, I'm pouring my heart out to all the whole world, the whole New England, man, you know.
But Cadillac, always keep your circle small because you never know. That I always see it.
Oh, that's first and
Right,
foremost.
right.
You always gotta keep your circle
Yeah.
small. You know what I mean? But you know, me, you know, spreading the love. You know, I just, you know, I wish people the best of luck in life. You know, because everybody not waking up.
Fact.
You know,
Hey,
you see a person one day, next minute
speaking
they gone.
of keeping circles small, like when I talk about seven sign, I do business with Demetrius. But Demetrius is one of Busy Bone's managers. Busy Bone got a bunch of different managers, right? So I heard Busy Bone might be bringing seven sign back. I don't want to put his business out there. I don't know if it's true yet. And I'm hoping I get picked out of that roster because I'm already part of the crew, but there's a bunch of artists. So he can pick who he thinks got it, and whoever he thinks don't got it is gotta go, you know. So
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, I believe in you, Melodic. I believe that it's your turn to get you know, that top of the mountain. It's your time. You're doing a lot of positive, and I really, really believe that you deserve it. You know, I never got to meet you in person, but we always talked, like, you know, either through the phone or through Facebook for the interview. And I'm grateful that I met you because I feel like you're a gift, and not everyone has that gift. You understand?
Thank
and
you.
you're one of those specials. You're very welcome. And I really hope that anyone that's watching that can give you an award and make you get to that top, I really hope that they give it to you. And I believe it. I'm gonna pray for you that you do, because you're the very rare that can make a change for the younger generation. And not everybody's like that in this industry. So you're very welcome. And I'm gonna pray for you. I'm gonna pray for everyone that's on here. I appreciate everyone that turned up with us on this live tonight. I appreciate you, Melodic. I didn't know Cadillac was gonna be on here until today. I didn't know you was gonna be on here, Drippy J. And it's crazy how I knew you for so many years, and then I lost contact, and now I get to be in contact with you. So I'm very blessed for you, Melodic, definitely. And you made that happen. So
definitely,
so
there's gonna be more. There's gonna be more. I got more in stores for all the Dead Eyes artists. Even the Victory. I keep saying Victory Lane. Flawless Victory.
Flawless Victory Records.
Even because it's the Victory's in there. So
Right. No, I feel you.
so even for them, I got more opportunities for them lined up coming up. It's just one step at a time. Like once they have a product, then I could use that product to help them. You know, I'm pretty sure they're gonna do what they do too, but why not a helping hand from a brother?
Facts.
Right.
That's true. So true. 1000%.
Yes, sir.
And that's why I hope to see you guys on tour. I hope I get to go to that concert. Melodic, give them the dates again for that show.
All right, last week of January, New England Mini Tour, present by Lethal Weekend, DJ Clay and Misery. They're putting it down for New England. On the 27th, we're gonna be with Cadillac Spin and Jaway at Jules Nightclub. It's gonna be phenomenal.
Yes, sir.
And then on the next day, we're going to Connecticut, and we're gonna be with Black Costanza, and we're gonna put it down over there. Show them what that eye's about. And then we're going to Providence. We're gonna be with Ray Magoo. That's the next day. You know, and give them a little bit of that Cape Verdean style mixed with a little bit of melodic flow. And then the next day we're gonna be in Worcester, Drippy J, and of course Deadeye's gonna be with us, but it's gonna be more of Drippy J and Ray Magoo's set. You know, so it's gonna be into Ray Magoo, then Drippy J, and then I'm gonna come in. So it's giving the mini tours, giving everybody a little different perspective of the different artists in the crew, but not just in the crew who we affiliate with. We'll be there. Like 3 teams is going to be merch table. I got Grace working the merch table. I'm not sure if Victoria's coming for the merch table, but Grace is definitely coming. These are all the girls that's part of the street team, and every employee, they get paid if they're working. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I do it, because that's just going to motivate people to want to do it more. Now, as far as the artists, I'm going to show them how they can do the BMI. They can get paid in the back end as well, because you got to,
Awesome.
you know what I'm saying? And I do that to every single artist. I show them like, yo, you got to get the IRC codes. Yo, you got to make sure your paperwork's on. You got to do all this, because I remember when I didn't do all that, and I missed out a lot. Yeah. And then when I did it, I'm like, damn, I've been missing out all this time. You know what I'm saying? So I show, definitely.
That's awesome. I salute to all of you, definitely. And I look forward to seeing in the future what you guys all bring. And Cadillac, you're on good hands now with Melodic. Drippy J, good hands with Melodic. And I see a real great future for New England right here.
Let's go.
And well, I hope to see you guys in a year, to see, you know, from a year ago. Melodic, I did your interview separate. Cadillac, I did yours separate. Now you guys are together, and next year it's gonna be calling me from like China or Italy and be like, yo, we're over here. Be like, oh shit, that's what I'm talking about. For real. But salute to all you. I thank you all for coming on the Iccy Show. It's been a pleasure. God bless you all. God bless everyone that tuned in. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's your girl, G Girl. I appreciate everyone that tuned in tonight on the Iccy Show. If you want to be a guest on the Iccy Show, inbox your girl, Jackie Brown, with 2 C's, I.E. Brown. I am booked until May 2022. I have a couple cancellations in March, so inbox me. Tune in every Tuesday at 6 p.m. for Bible studies. Every week is a different co-host. And I do my cooking show, so check that out too. God bless everyone. Make sure you go follow all these artists and their team and everyone upon them. And if you could book a show for them, get them in your state, get them in your city, get them in your country, and also book them for everything. God bless. Have a great night, and see you guys again. Peace, love, and respect.
Salute.